Hello and welcome everybody that is watching. We are Lucky 20 and tonight we are playing in the campaign Goblins of the Glorion Archipelago. So thank you for joining us right now. We do have a couple of announcements. We are going to be playing in Phoenix at the Games Expo August 5th through 7th. Both myself and Tyler, the player that plays Virkin in the campaign, will be running sessions at the Games Expo in Phoenix upcoming. We also have a one-shot that is going to be at Games U in Mesa on July 30th. That is the end of this month, the last Saturday. We will be putting sign-ups on all of our platforms so that way people can attempt to come and check it out with us. This is going to be in Mesa, Arizona. So, thank you for coming out, and yeah, let's see if these guys can get lucky. Alrighty guys, so first things first, something that we do that's special here at Lucky 20 is we like to roll a luck roll before the session starts. So right now, all the players are going to make a luck roll. If a 20 is rolled by any of them, each of the players gets advantage on their first roll of the night. Otherwise, whoever rolls the highest gains advantage on the first roll of their night for themselves. Alright guys, so John, you've been on a streak, right? Yeah. And then, has that streak ended by Mario? All right, so let's see who's going to get it.
I'm going to take my crown back.
Oh, let's see. I'm trying to get
We're going to keep it on this side of the table.
I'm trying to get a 20 here.
Oh. Are you, though?
Damn. What'd you get? I got 13.
15.
17.
Oh!
17! Mr. Zakhan of Clan Bombast.
Hey, we got some high numbers. Usually it's low, right? Under 10.
Yeah.
I usually don't do that. Gotcha. So, quick recap of what occurred last session. Last session, they all started off at the Temple of Hezleora. They were there at a mass that was given by one of the priests. After his sermon, they watched as a person was resurrected from death, a small child. After the services, they had a few conversations, one with Tuga, one of the famous mercenaries from across the oceans, and another with the priest that was running the services. They learned a few things here and there. After that, Kroll ended up going to the beach on the morning of the next day and having a few abrupt conversations with some characters here and there, and then ended up helping Foxner later to booby trap the house. Zakhan had several conversations with people across the day. He also, what else did you do, Zakhan? Yeah, I'm curious.
Let's see. Conversation, I'm ready.
Several conversations with Amredi Vasilu, the #1 bounty hunter in all of Archeolono, and towards the end of the session, he was abruptly grabbed by Arleg, the first mate of a vessel known, or of a crew known as the Windfins, and was escorted to some secret meeting that he had. Foxner went and trained with the Swords of Snidigan, gathered some supplies, and booked a gig to play at the competition that was going on before the celebration of peace. And he also assisted in booby-trapping their house. Virkin had many conversations with Amredi Vasilu, and they all had different levels of weight to them as he prepped for what is a meeting that he has today with the Wicker people and some of the leaders of the factions from the various organizations here within Meadowwood. So, at the skewering ports, you two guys finishing up booby-trapping the house, you finishing up a conversation with Amredi, saying that he needs to go meet with a contact and that he'll be back this afternoon at the Celebration of Peace to talk with you, and you with Arlink moving from where you are towards the Ned and Voyager on the the east side of town at the port. So, as you two guys are finishing up, what are you guys up to?
That's good.
I think that's pretty good. I think we did a pretty good job.
Right.
Yes. You see as Sebit, the lady that is helping Zakhan with his alchemical mixture,
This looks good, right?
I'm so busy. I'm just.
You can't even see it. It's so good. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. The what? Oh, by the way,
She
we
nods.
trap around here. Just to let you know, so don't accidentally fall into them.
I'm sure I'll avoid it.
Good.
You watch as she smiles and turns back to her work. You can see that in the middle of. Doesn't matter. You can see that she's doing various things you cannot comprehend. You're just like, I have no idea what she's doing. And you look away.
Now, what time is it now?
It is just after midday, so it's probably around like 12:30, 1-ish at this
And
point.
it starts at 3, right?
Yes. You know that the contest starts at 3.
What time am I supposed to be there to perform?
3. Yeah, 3.
Okay, okay. So, I don't know. What do you want to end up doing? Yeah.
As you guys sit in indecision, you are at Warmoss, finishing up a tense conversation with them, ready, awaiting another meeting with him at the competition. What do you do between here and now?
I think that I'm going to try and prep for the competition by... Actually, oh shit, never mind. I was gonna say I'm gonna find.
Oh, he's gone.
Yeah, but he's going to a meeting. Yeah, I guess I will go and just try and prep for this competition, but I'm gonna do so by talking to people. I want to find out, like, how the competition works. Is it like a standard tournament? Is it a round robin? Is there like seeding in this tournament type
Yeah,
things?
sure. You can go ahead and, as you're looking around different people, like measuring people up, figuring out who would probably do this, it's probably just going to take a perception check, like to find someone that looks like they're going to be in the contest and to actually sift through enough people to be like, oh yeah, I'm actually competing.
Okay.
So I'm looking for about a 12. Pretty
All right.
easy to find, especially on the day of the contest.
Not a great roll, but still a 13.
A 13. Okay, you find exactly one person.
Oh yeah, awesome.
You can see that this gentleman is not actually competing in the contest, but he is a purveyor and enjoys watching it. And you can see that he's elderly, looks like he's from Snittigan. It looks like he just went to the canvas camps. You can see what it looks like, all manner of like groceries, items and stuff like that. It looks like stuff that you haven't seen though. It looks like some Konetsky and wares, at least, that you haven't seen in a while. As he answers, he says, everyone moves at the same time, and the ring is very small. It's about 30 feet across. You stand 10 paces apart from each other, and both combatants are free to move wherever they want, but they do move at the same time and try to hit each other. Whoever is able to land more, I suppose, stronger impacting and damaging hits to the other wins. Each round is judged by the judges.
So it is like a one-on-one, not like a battle royale.
It is a one-on-one, yes. And you go against individual people, and you have 3 bouts, if you will.
Okay. Interesting. That's good to know. I appreciate that. Just out of curiosity, you have Chroma Scorpion goods?
These are Konetskian.
Konetskian goods. Oh.
You can see that as you're looking across it, it looks like there's a bunch of like sweets and treats and stuff like that. And it's a lot of stuff that you had seen a few times here and there. And you remember Konetsko having very good sweets and delicacies and things like that.
Where, might I ask, did you acquire it?
Oh, Belly's, the bakery.
Let me see if I have any coin. I don't.
He nods at you and says, hope to see you there. Starts to walk away.
Same to you. Might I perchance, steal a sweet from you?
Roll persuasion. Looking for a 14. These are for the orphans.
A 17.
Ooh.
But since I'm hoping you have at least one sweet victory, here's one even if you don't.
Thank you.
He's just like, looks at you and just slowly walks away. Zakhan, as you were walking along with Arlig, towards the Nedin Voyager. A little bit apprehensive at this first meeting, not really sure what it's going to entail. But you are walking with him, and where we last left off, it seemed as if you were going to ask him some sort of question.
Yeah, I was going. So exactly, how does this whole thing work out? It's my first time. There are kind of rules to be abiding by, or at least courtesies?
New members have some rules that have to be abided by that the old do not. But whoever is leading the meeting starts off the passing of information, and a trade is made. We go around until we feel time to stop, or the moderator decides that it has been enough. Very informative. The more you are willing to give, the more you stand to receive, for all information is voted on, whether it was comparable. And if you cannot give, you do not get to listen.
That seems about fair. I'm assuming veteran members don't exactly have to offer up so much. Maybe
New members have to start with the passing of information with just themselves.
Oh, good. Yeah, no pressure. Come
So, what you bring first matters. You want to leave a good impression.
I was thinking of doing something before I walked in, but I want to make sure that wouldn't maybe put off other people. I was thinking of casting a little something to help me see magic things a bit better. Would that be a bad idea?
I don't think people would mind.
Alright.
It won't matter.
Alright.
As you guys start walking to the Voyager, you can see the familiar guard Brayov takes most of your weaponry except whatever you decide not to. Arleg, you know that he has like a staff and a crossbow and a few knives and stuff like that. You just see him get rid of the staff and the crossbow, pretty much. As you guys go to the edge of the Voyager where you were told the basement door is, you can see that Arleg looks up to Caleb, the bartender, and just like winks at him, and you can see that Caleb seems to move back behind the bar somewhere, and then you see as Arleg turns towards what looks like the door, and you can see that he waits about 5 seconds and then opens it up. As he opens it up, you can see what looks like several different bar latches that are on the ground that are receding away from that point and turning inward. It looks pretty mechanical. It's pretty interesting to you, kind of intriguing.
I'll take a quick look at them just to try and see if I can understand.
Yeah, go ahead and give me an investigation check. Or if you have Tinkerer's tools, you can do that as well. Looking for about a 16.
It's a 15.
Ooh!
You have advantage.
You
are
do
right.
have advantage.
It's not better.
Ah. You're looking at it, it seems interesting, but at a passing glance like this, you just, it's not enough to get the information as you're starting to descend down the stairwell. As you descend down the stairwell, you can feel as, it's a little bit odd because you're descending, I mean the Nedin Voyager is sitting right on the face of the ocean. I mean it's right there on the rocky port. The ship literally juts out, and like 30 feet out from the ship is like where the port for this venue is. So you are either in solid rock or, yeah, I mean, you've only seen one other place that has been like gone through solid rock, which was the cavern, or excuse me, the old Snittigan made area that the Circles of Moringa were hiding out in.
Interesting.
As you start descending further down, and it seems like you're walking quite a long ways, it seems to be about 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 feet. You can see what looks like a dim orange glow that seems to be approaching as you go 90, 100, 120 feet down. As you do so, this glow starts to become a little bit more apparent, and as you do feel yourself come into the light of this glow, you can feel that extrasensory abstract that you've produced to detect magic around you seems to recede. And you can see what looks like in the middle of this, what looks like a bowl and some kind of silver liquid inside the bowl that seems to be resonating a little bit. You can feel some kind of a thump that's just like ever so often hitting somewhat everywhere in this room. As you look in this room, there are 10 seats laid out, and then there is what looks like an altar. Now, this altar doesn't have anything on it, but you can see what is the symbol of the unnamed one, which is you see a doorway, and you can see what looks like several different visages. One that seems to be holding its eyes, one that seems to be holding its ear, another that seems to be holding its tongue. As you're looking at this, you can see what looks like several people around you. You notice Dag Crowbeak, the leader of the Crowfangs. You notice the crystal dragonborn Naj Widigoa. You see a person that you haven't seen before that is human. This person looks like they might be Kanetskian. And you see a person that you haven't seen before that looks like they might be Sveitanorian. You also see Arlig, obviously. You see McGee as well down here. So, as you look around this room and see all these people, you can see that you are gestured towards different areas to sit. And you can see that as you are gestured towards different areas to sit, you see walking behind you what looks like Gillen Coring.
Feels right.
And you can see that as you guys are seated, the light seems to dim, 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 and then Gillen turns towards it, and you can see that it starts to glow with a blue, soft blue haze. And you can see that it goes from dim to bright, eventually. And 3 more flames appear. There's no sconces, just equidistant around this circular room that you guys are in. As Gillen takes over and approaches the stand, it says, "Hello all. It's been too long, hasn't it?" You watch as there's a few chuckles here and there. And you hear a few people say, "About a decade or so." Someone hears Dag, agrees, like just kind of grunts to that. So, there should be a great wealth of information here, and I hope that we can all benefit from this arrangement. But there are some new members, and as is tradition, we shall invoke them in as per the chant. So, if everyone would please rise. And you watch as he raises up and gestures for everyone to rise with him. And he gestures to you in what looks like the Kanetskian person. And you can see our 2 new people. Once you start to have this understood, if you could just chant it. Once you are chanting it, we will all stop and allow you to finish out the unnamed chant. So, you watch as he starts to close his eyes. Stay expeditius retriat. And you watch as everyone starts joining in with him. Stay expeditius retriat. He starts to look at you as they all continue chanting. He watches you, like, looks at you sternly as you mess up. Says again, and several of them start to, like, snicker a little bit, like, under their breath, like, just like, you know, and you watch as Arleg, like, and you watch as they all stop waiting for you. Oh god, terrible. The hardest puzzle you've ever had to
It
solve.
really actually is. Horrible calm response.
And after 74 more attempts,
Yeah.
eventually your character gets it, and you watch as they all stop chanting. And as they do so, and you and the Konetskian to the side of you, just 2 people away, start chanting this by yourselves correctly, you feel as abstract goes to connect with you. Do you allow it?
Absolutely.
As it does so, you feel as abstract pushes into your body, and you feel your heart surge. You just feel like boom, 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 boom. That thumping that you felt everywhere, you feel inside, and you just like start to lose it. You have to run. You have to run right now. You have to run as fast as you can right now. You cannot stop it. And you have to run as fast as you can in circles. Make a dex check with advantage.
Oh my god, double 6 is so 8.
Ooh, so you see as this guy, the Konetskian is lapping you in circles. As you start running circles, you see as these guys all start laughing, pulling out their chairs, just like, oh, my bet is on the smaller one. My bet's on the bigger one. And you watch as they all just start chuckling, and you watch as like, look, they're doing it. They're doing it. They're just like all laughing at you guys running circles, and you watch as they're starting to put bets on you guys. All right, make another dex check. You can see that this dude gains a lap with you. This is straight. Oh, you have advantage because of that. Yes, so does he. He got a natural 16 plus 2, an 18.
We're at the same number.
Ooh, as
Same
you
number.
keep running around in these laps, you can see as Arlen's like, come on, boy, I put 2 silver on you. You got this. I'm like, fuck you. You cannot stop running. He gets another 16 plus 2.
That's a crit. 22.
Oh, okay. Let's see if you catch up with him. I'm going to let you roll a d4, and you're going to add 1. If you get 4, you catch up with him. Or excuse me. So if the total's 4, you catch up with him. If the total's 5, you lap him by 1 in your guys' final leg of this.
That is a 4.
Woo! As you guys are running in circles, this goes on for a minute, and as you are realizing and thinking over what you are chanting, you can make an intelligence check. I'm thinking a DC 13.
That's a 20.
A 20. Yeah, you were chanting haste, expeditious retreat. Haste, expeditious retreat. Haste, expeditious retreat. Haste, expeditious retreat.
Oh my
and you,
God.
as you guys are sprinting around and you finally catch up to him, this goes off and you just are out of breath, as is this dude. And you can see that everyone looks at each other and is just like, you can see as Dagbeak says, or Crowbeak, we've never had a tie, right? Yeah, we do. And he watches Gil and says, well, we haven't the time to run it again. You two soured the mood. Everybody sit down. Just everyone goes to take their seats. Money goes back into people's pockets. You can see a few rumbles here and there. And you can see as Gillen, all right then, now that the funny business is somewhat over, welcome, and this is the passing of information. It is a rite that we try to do with some consistency, but fail. So, those new to the group, and in their faith to the unnamed one, are bound to give us their first information. So, you guys may decide out of the 2 of you who may go first. One of you may volunteer. It is up to you. I'll just see. He looks at you, this Konetskian.
Well, how do you feel? Not what you can give.
I think I can give something quite good. I don't want you to have to measure up. It might be better if you go first.
I think you might be worried you're gonna have to do that instead.
Only one way to settle this. Hold the parchment shears.
Well, that's what she is.
Damn it.
Oh, he was.
As you hold your hand over his hand. has been movement under Konetsko. We think that my kin and I may have found Passiembros, the melting metropolis, once again. You can make a history check as you hear this.
That's 10. Or 12.
12. I was thinking of probably about a 14 or a 15 there. And you hear there's a couple gasps, and you say, as some people say, you hear his dag like perks up. It's like the lost city of Platinum. And you just watch as several people are kind of like raise eyes, and just someone's like, "How can you corroborate this?" And you can see as this guy goes on, he says, "We have been having mine expeditions all over Konetsko. As you know, its land is rich with ores. And occasionally there have been unusual circumstances that have been happening of ore deposits running completely dry when the very day previous there were 4. As this has been happening, more and more research was done. We started setting up more guards, more watches. Eventually we started working with beasts that could intertravel and glide through Earth, through a few connections that we ended up making. They found what were some of the molten kin that are the harbingers of Passiembros. If they are alive, their city lives. For their city is moving and malleable and goes wherever they do. You watch as several people are pretty impressed, some are surprised. And then he goes on. Our endeavor is to make peace and see if any of them can be of use. Defensively at least, or may be willing to aid in the plight against these bronzed eagle folk that terrorize Konetsko still. That is all I have to say.
Well, at least you gave me a fair warning.
I tried.
I appreciate it.
He watches Arlig's like, City of Platinum. That's not gonna be easy to follow up.
No.
You gotta do it.
I know. Watches everyone's just staring. Gillen starts tapping his foot.
Currently, there has been set loose to the world and is walking once again the dragon.
You watch as several people kind of like look at you a little bit incredulously, and you see as Gillen says, "You're not talking of the supposed one out at Restorik, are you?"
No, not that one. I'm talking about the very real one that isn't even remotely close to supposed.
How can you corroborate this?
The soul of one of my kin was destroyed, taken, in the releasing of this creature.
Watch his dad kind of looks over at you.
But definitely, I'll match his look.
You watch as a few people are kind of impressed, and you watch as Dag asks, "What kind of dragon?"
I'm not entirely sure. I believe it has some connection to the Fae, though.
You watch as a few more people are kind of surprised. You can see as Arlig starts to talk a little bit, and says, "The Fae dragons, they were supposed to be extinct millennia ago.
maybe 90,000, 80,000 years ago.
This one, as far as I understand it, could have been possibly freed well before then. But I was not able to ascertain how long it was in prison for. I was not there, unfortunately, to witness its release.
You watch as, after hearing this, McGee speaks up and just asks, "This is quite a formidable thing. Ambrose was known about. Simply rediscovered. Right? All dragons were assumed extinct. I think that is enough." You watch as Arlick nods, a couple other nods. You watch as Dad kind of looks at you, doesn't say anything, but you can see as Gillen nods, Kinetskian nods. Time passes.
Take my seat.
You can see that Arlick gets up.
I have been with my captain back to the land that he once held royal title. The bubbling berg is in dire straits. We've tried to break free and through into the heart of the city, but we cannot cross the threshold without being met with all manner of beasts that have gone mad. When we did manage to send one person through the threshold, which I might remind you all, is the first time this has happened in over 100 years. They saw that the city was completely and utterly deserted, except for 6 creatures. Each of them large in size. They saw a humongous, elongated, purple killer whale. And these creatures were floating. They saw, once again, an enormous blue crab. A pink squid. A red dolphin. A silver shark. And a white puffer. Our contact did not make it. But we were seeing through his vision. And it ended when the puffer looked at him. You watch as several people nod at him as people go around. You can see that several more nod. Comes to you and the Kinetskian. The Kinetskian nods. You see as Dad Crowbeak gets up. You see he says, "I have found something interesting about this place that we're on right now. I have associates that have been looking closely into the past of this island. As I'm sure a lot of you are aware. It is called the Islands of the Gods for a reason. Well, that's because truly, this place is actually formed from something that people would not expect. through analyzing different tunnels within the island, different areas, across different things that my crew and I have found, along with our associates, to come true. That this island had a strong pull to several strong creatures, including the cavern dwarves. As many of you know, they were on this island for millennia, having only recently left within the last 1,000 years or so. So, what we found in some translations is that this is a piece of the tip of a single scale of the abstract Leviathan. As those of you may know, time is measured in many ways across these seas. But the time that we measure by is against the fight against that great abstract Leviathan, the very one insane that the Sun Elf Isaias the Sunderer fell to. That is why this island has such an intense issue with people connecting abstractly and magically to it. You can see as McGee gets up, you watch. Actually, make a perception check.
It's an 18.
It's an 18, okay. You see this Kanetskian leans forward. Very interesting. You can make an insight check as you notice this. One of the few too, because a lot of people are very interested in what this guy has to say.
Yeah. That's a 6.
As McGee goes to stand up. So, I know you all have heard of the Waradians, but what you don't know is that they are not conquering out of the enjoyment of conquer, the feeling of victory. They're doing it out of fear. What is this fear? Why do they move towards these islands, annihilating the defenses and the political structures that are on them, overtaking them? What would drive them to do these things? Well, I have that answer for you. And the answer is, you watch as he goes to say this Kanetskian, you can see that he puts his hand on the ground, and you can see his wickerits come from it.
Fuck!
Roll initiative as you see a tree spring up made of wicker.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
What did you do? As this occurs, and you watch as this wicker tree blooms in this space, you watch as everyone's surprised as this is happening. You can see as Dag Kroby grabs out 2 daggers. You can see as Arlig, it looks like he goes to move back and grab 2 daggers himself. You can see as Gillen Coring, you watch as he pulls out a longsword that you didn't see hidden beneath its cloak. You can see that this longsword is immaculate, and you can see that it has an obsidian jewel in the hilt. Blue obsidian, specifically.
Shit.
As you can see all these guys arming themselves up, you can see that this tree that he summons in here, as soon as this happens, you see what looks like 3 people walk through this tree as it opens up at the same time that it appears. As these 3 people walk through, you can see what looks like Resto Hargia, Vaminibus Celt, and Vesiva Celt.
You're living my nightmare.
This is really the worst thing that could ever happen.
Oh, my.
Alright, what's your initiative roll?
13. Oh.
Alright.
Bad.
So, hey,
Very
Vaminibus and Vesiva got double 2s! Resto.
Resto, be bad. Ah, no.
Alright, and the Kanetskin, that's the last one. A 1. So your highest one is against a 19 from Resto. Okay?
So I'm gonna roll for just 3 randos from your group. Let's see if anyone beats a 19. Maybe, make a luck roll on a 13 and up. You guys get it. Pretty good chances to you.
It's a 14.
A 14. You have the initiative, but you guys are surprised.
Well, this is not 2 rounds.
You notice this. You are not surprised, okay? You can see what looks like in the middle. This area that you're in, just so you're aware, Colin, is like 20 feet across total. This is a very small enclosed area, about 25 feet or so across. You literally, if you go to do something, you're probably gonna hit most of the people in here. We could get a map, but it is so confined, like there's only chairs, an altar, and these people in here. And it's clear to you, they want something from McGee.
Okay, so just to make sure I understand the area. Okay, we have a small circular room.
Yep.
We have a door entrance.
There's now
that's
a tree.
spiraling that's in front of that way. Can I see past the tree at all?
Passed up the stairs?
Just like, basically just right past it.
Yeah.
Directly past it.
Yeah, you can see past the tree. Yeah.
Excellent. Yeah, I'm going to grab McGee because I can see that they're going after him.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'm going to grab him, just like, let's get you the fuck out of here. And I am going to misty step past the tree. Oh, we can't take a person.
Yeah, sorry, buddy.
I mixed
Sorry,
that up.
buddy.
My bad.
Sorry, buddy.
I mixed it up. Fuck. That was just a thing without the tree.
Just Mr. Step in.
Also, as you attempt to do this, you feel as your connection with abstract feels chunky in this area. It's a little bit odd. You know that your first thing did something, but you could feel yourself try to connect, but it might be a little difficult right now.
Okay.
And you can see as Gillen says, he literally is like, I don't know if I should bring that down or not, because he sees the combatants in front of him.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh man, what the fuck do I do here?
You can see as Dag Probeak, you watch as he throws 2 daggers instantly, and you can see that he tries to do this at the Kinetskin. He's going to hit him once, and he's going to miss one. As he hits him once, you're going to see that this dagger shatters, and you're going to see as it envelops around this Kinetskin, who wards it off, just breaks out of it. But it looked like tendrils were about to wrap around him. Interesting. But it does hurt this guy. You can see as Gillen, it looks like he's kind of not sure what to do, but you can see that he gets his sword, and you're going to see that he uses his action, and he tells everybody they're only getting out of here if the tree is still here.
He attacked the Kinetskin, the new initiate?
No, Dag did.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Okay. Yeah, okay. I'm going to, yeah, fuck it. I feel like it's the other way. Where the tree is, if I do throw a grenade, who about am I going to get in this? Because I know I'm going to get some allies.
You will get a majority of the group. You will get a majority of the group.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, for now then, I'm just going to, I'm going to toss an acid vial at him.
Kinetskin?
Yes.
Okay.
Wow, that's a natural 2, so.
Ooh, he watches it flies wide. What you got, buddy?
But fuck it. One sec, reading this, make sure. Make sure I'm reading this right. Yeah. That doesn't work. Never mind. That's all I'm gonna do.
Alright, so you and Dag are the only 2 in this room that are capable of doing things within that round. So, you will see as the Minibus, you're going to see as she lashes out her arm at McGee. And you're going to see as she does so, it forms into wicker and twists and goes to wrap around him. Ooh! Misses. You're going to see as Vesiva does the exact same thing. And she is going to hit. You're going to watch that as her arm moves around and weaves through people, you're going to see that it hits McGee. You're going to see that it drags her to him. And you're going to see that as she does so, you're going to watch as she is probably going to take a couple opportunity attacks as she does this. You see as, no reactions, because no, their turn ended, so many of them do. So, our leg has a reaction. I would say that The Biscorian guy has his reaction as well. And I would also say that just because it would kind of make sense that you would have your reaction as well. So you watch as she's dragging past 3 of you. Are you going to use your reaction to tag her with anything? This is Vesiva.
Yeah, I'll smack her with my shield.
Okay, yep, go ahead. On improvised weapon. Yep.
No. Jesus Christ.
Oh, dude. Okay, so you have a hit and you have a miss, but the miss is from the guy that mattered. I even tried to give you the red power on that. So, you can see as you hit her, correct? You need to get a 17 to hit her.
Miss.
You watch as your shield just barely glances off of her arm. You can see that as this happens, that she does from this dagger that hits her wince a little bit in pain, but then you can see that she's easily able to evade out of the way as this Kanetskian unsheaths what looks like a rapier and goes to stab at her in the neck. You can see that she easily dances out of the way of this. As she has McGee in her grasp, you're going to see as she struggles and moves, and you watch as the tree envelops her.
With McGee?
Viminibus, you'll see with the rest of her movement, moves into the tree, past your guys' burnt reactions. You see as Resto stays here, and you're going to see as he says, well, good luck. You're gonna watch as he pulls out what looks like a very familiar pot that has a murky yellow color in it. You've heard about this once before from the yellow glaive. You see as he smashes it into the ground, and you're gonna see as a mist of poisonous fog starts to surround in the area. As this happens, you can see that slowly this starts to dissipate as several of you guys, you can now see what looks like as this is finishing up, this tree seemingly seems to shrink back down.
Everyone's gone. That was like
You guys are all hacking and coughing. Dag, it's actually heavily obscured, so you just hear hacking and coughing. But with your high perception from earlier, you can hear that Dag is not hacking and coughing. Specifically, like you don't hear his rough grumble, stuff. Everyone else was at first, as they're all starting to move out of here and up the stairs.
I'm gonna follow.
As you guys get up the stairs, a good distance away from where this poisonous cloud was, and you're all catching your breath slowly, you see as Gillen just like, what the hell? Fucking liquor. Possibilities. You watch as everyone's kind of like mad as this is happening. You can see as Dag, he goes to leave in a huff, and you see as Gillen's like, well, we'll have to reconvene. Simply. How are they able to get in like that? I didn't. Within that room, as the person that can alter it, I can sense abstract. I have the ability to choose what remains and persists and what does not. Specifically to make sure that nothing untoward happens in the passing of information. I did not feel any. You felt similar to certain things Virkin's done. You've seen that when he's done certain things, there have been some abstract components to it. But you get the sensation that some of these things that you are seeing here have innate parts to them. And you can make an Arcana check to glean more.
That's a 23.
As you're thinking it over, you know that there are certain things that you've seen people do with magic that can come without a connection from abstract, that can become innate, where people have an affinity for their own abstract that they can resonate themselves with it. This is a very rare occurrence, and you have heard of this happening, but I mean, it's a pretty old tale. Like, it's not like this is a thing that happens. You get the sensation that if this is occurring, it is somehow imposed by the will of Rosa Belkrov as a benefit. As you see these fellows dejected a little bit at having their very, if you will, historic meeting interrupted in such a grandiose and perverse way, and a member coming in fake, you can feel that they're a little jarred.
I can sympathize with that. We can go to Arlite. We need to find a way to get him back. I know it's not exactly a small order. You know what they are.
He is the foremost expert on the addits.
That's what I'm worried about. There's something here in the island that they want. There's a reason they're an archaeologist. For what? I don't know. But if he is at their hands, they're going to get what they want from him eventually. I mean, I know he's tough, but these are the way here. This is something else.
Watch as he agrees.
We should inform your companions.
They may in the Righteous Storm. I can contact Baruch and Ali. They're in town.
Let's go.
Yeah.
So, Foxner and Kroll, where are you guys going now?
I'm just gonna train some more. You wanna? I got the sword here that I need to see if you want to help me train a little bit. Yeah. All right. So yeah, just practice until the session, until the competition. It's only what, like another hour or two.
Wait. I'm gonna go mark my bed. Okay, the big one.
Gotcha.
After that, I'll come down.
Do you get the nicest, biggest one? Yeah? Okay. Gotcha.
Mark it.
All right. Easy enough. You see his Nilty's in here, and you can see that he's working on a few things.
In that room?
No, not in that room. He's just like up here. As you get up here, you didn't even hear him like this whole time. Like, he's a very quiet person. Just watch, he's kind of surprised by you. What are you doing?
Marking my room. What are you doing?
Knocking my room like now, I suppose. No, just he's like seeing the room that you've chosen. He's like, damn it. And just chooses the next best one.
Oh, hey, by the way, we just in case like things go weird in the night, we set up some traps downstairs.
They're not meant to be permanent, right?
No, they're not permanent.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, just making sure because
It's a place of business eventually.
Exactly. You said it.
Right. Just for while we're dealing with things here.
Are you going to the celebration of peace?
Yeah. Are you?
No, but
Cool.
I will be attending a service. Watch as he smiles.
Yeah, nice chatting with you, buddy.
Always a pleasure.
Yeah.
Watch as he walks away. Birkin, what are you up to? It's about like an hour from when this starts, or so.
Okay. Yeah, I guess since I am participating in this event, and because I've had a mask broken before,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back to my room and I'm gonna try one more time to put on a wicker mask. So I'm gonna get naked, so that nothing turns any orange colors or anything. And in our room, I'm gonna try and do that.
All right.
So.
As you feel yourself trying to control these wickerits and produce what seems like branches and leaves and twigs from around it, you can feel your connection with your abstract from Rosa Belkrov starting to become a little bit more confident, feel a little bit smoother. You can go ahead and make a caster ability check at advantage. I'm looking at a 15 here. Looking for a 15.
Hey, that's a natural 19. So
Natural 19.
like a 25 or something like that.
As you feel this mask form, you can see what looks like wickerits crawling up your body, going around your face and transforming into twig and into branch, and slowly coalescing and winding and turning into a mask that has 2 eye holes, that has a very similar aesthetic to your mask, even with the horns that are coming up off of it, that you originally had. And as you do this and feel this mask come upon you, go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw.
With a D4?
Yes.
Oh, jeez.
You feel as Rosa Belcroft, as you put this mask on, says, I have something to unmask for you.
That's probably a failure, because that's a, yeah, that's only an 18.
An 18. As you feel this mask come over you, what are the eye holes fill in with wicker, and you can see before you the visage of Amreti Vasilu. And you can see that it looks like he is between a Tuga and what looks like another turtle-like person. This one has an enormous beard that hangs from the bottom of his chin all the way down to the floor in braided knots, and you can see that on each one of these braids looks like a copper ringlet that seems to be hanging down. And you can see that these ringlets are about every 5 to 6 inches on his beard. And you can see that as he takes this, slaps it, it wraps around Vasilu, and you're going to see as he does so, he transforms his shape into that of a humongous creature. And you can watch as Tuga starts beating down on Vasilu, and you watch as this enormous creature coalesces into this monstrous humanoid creature you haven't seen before. You can make a nature check as you're seeing this. And you can see this creature wraps its jaw around Vasilu's head, and as you hear it crunch, your vision ends.
That's an 8.
You have no idea what that creature was. But you can see another epithet on this very old-looking turtle's shell of the 9 nines.
Okay.
And you watch as
Holy
the
shit.
eye holes pop back open, and you just hear, if you try to interfere.
Okay. I'll just put my clothes back on and just sit in the room and kind of think on this for a minute.
As you go sit in the room, eventually Zakhan and Arleg make their way back to the tavern. I'm assuming you're going to Warhouse. I'm assuming? Yep. And you can see as they enter in, Zakhan clearly needing to talk to you about something. Before we get into that, though, where are you two guys headed right now? You're training? Are you just training outside your place at the tavern?
Me and him are both
Yeah.
training.
You're both training?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Sounds good. Yep.
Man, such a nice day. Nothing weird's happening. Everything's great.
Right.
Yeah.
I can't wait to go perform. I have a great show to go do later.
Yeah. I feel pretty confident about our traps.
Yeah, that's definitely something that, I don't know. I could use a little work, I think.
Maybe a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, there's always room for
Yeah, we should go
improvement.
get a beer before we go. Just go get some meat.
As you guys are talking, kind of training outside this tavern, you see as an elderly gentleman walks by, and you can see that as he's looking at you guys training outside and sees a little bit of the new fixtures that have been put up, just says, "Are you almost ready for business?" You see as he's like stumbling on his cane a little bit.
So, sir, what do you want?
I'm just happy to see businessmen opening something up here.
Get out of here!
Yeah, but we will be.
You bother us.
Hey.
We're trying to work here.
Oh, you're very rude.
No, sorry. He's cranky.
You watch as he kind of looks around the area.
I'm trying to train here.
I'm just gonna.
You watch as he like looks over towards a windowsill and like points on the ground at a ball bearing that's clearly got left outside the window on accident. And just says,
Hey, someone will trip on that. You guys better take better care of your business.
He starts walking away.
Yeah, old man, get out of here.
Well, he looks back, raises his cane, and just gives you a look of disgust. Like,
Come on,
It
let's
was really
get
weird.
back
no,
to work.
No. Hold
If I
on.
was 20
Wait.
years younger, I'd kick your childish ass.
How would you even know that this is our business? We could just be outside of just some random building doing this. Why are you assuming things?
People have been seeing you walk around inside. You fucking idiot.
David,
you watch as he starts to walk away.
I thought he'd never leave. Come on.
yeah, but no. The thing
Boxer's
is,
hitting you a bunch of times.
as he's sitting there like, yeah, but wait. No, that doesn't make sense. Why would he just assume that we're the business owners and not to help getting the business ready? That's weird.
That's why I didn't even want him around me.
Anyways, your form sucks.
As Zakhan pops back into the room, it's like probably about 2:30 at this point. So it's very close to the competition of peace.
You see me just like, oh, hello.
Make an insight
That's
check.
the last fucking thing I want to see is more wicker shit.
Nothing.
Start putting clothes on.
He watches Arleg as he gets there, like, oh, and closes the door.
Why? Always.
You
No
watch the
clothes.
soft knock.
You have a thing.
Is everyone ready?
Come on.
Yeah, come on in.
That was
Watch as
really
he
not
opens the
time.
door, and like you see his one eyeball peeks.
Yeah, I've got pants on now.
All right.
Watch as he starts to walk.
Nikki's been taken by your fucking bitch friends. Nesiva. All of them.
What are you talking
Fucking-
about?
They broke into the meeting and they took Nikki.
Those Wickerkin that we met with you, Resto, Nesiva, the Minibus, all of them interrupted our meeting and took the Caprean. They captured him.
Why would they want him?
Because he knows things. He was about to tell us something very important about Meridia and why they were coming this direction, and then they broke in. But he knows more things than that. He knows so many things about these islands, and there's some reason the Wicker are here. They're not just here to start some republic for no reason. They want something from here. He knows something. We need to get him back.
He was telling something about Meridia, and they interrupted that.
They had a plant on the inside. He seemed to be waiting for a moment to strike.
What if what they want is not here, if they're working with Meridia?
Either way, it doesn't matter.
But what if this is just a stop on their way, and McGee knows something that they obviously don't want getting out?
Either way, we need to get him back.
I think that we should stay focused. Only one of us here has any type of a lead. That is you.
I have a meeting with them later.
You might want to try contacting them before such a thing. Maybe figure out exactly what is going on. Try to press the relationship that you've developed.
I could try,
Don't
but
forget, the Storm has business with McGee. So, if you guys have a means to contact them, they may help.
I could try, but it may not yield the results that we're thinking. Rosa Belkoff is not exactly the letting people in type.
It seems you have sway.
We need to try something.
I can try. I start getting undressed again.
I don't think we need to do that.
Damn it!
There's no reason. What is up with... I don't know.
You and Winslow, why? Why the need for nudity?
The connection's stronger when there's nothing impeding.
So, as you are getting ready to, what do you try to attempt to do?
I guess I'm just gonna try to reach out and establish communication with Rosa Belcroft. Some
You were
sort.
saying.
So feeling what I just felt with the mask things, I'm going to sit down in kind of like a meditative type pose and kind of prostrate myself a little bit. And I'm going to attempt to reach out through the wicker, and I'm going to say, if you want my help, I need to know more. What does McGee know? You know that I'm good for keeping quiet. That's it.
As you start to do so, preying upon your God's, if you will, knowledge of you and what you know, I will allow you to make a wisdom-based persuasion check. Looking for about a 15.
Hey, that is exactly a 16.
Okay. As you look into the mask that appears on his face instantaneously, you see as a mask envelops his entire face, and it's made of wicker. It looks just like his mask, except made of thicket and bush and shrub and twig interwoven with itself.
I'm gonna like reflexively sneer at that, saying that.
You watch as like the mask pulls out a wicker tongue at you real quick.
Actually, DM, I'm sorry. I looked at my save. That's a 14,
That's a 14.
not a 16.
Not a 16. So you're not convincing anybody of anything here.
Yeah.
But you do get that mask come upon you, and you do feel once again a slight connection. Not as strong as before, but you can say, maybe after this meeting, we'll see how loyal you are. And then shunts away.
Well,
Didn't learn anything new.
well, what have you? What exactly is the plan to deal with this meeting then?
I think we should not intervene. I think
Why?
the meeting needs to happen. Any of us that intervene may never walk away.
I feel like that's something we all are aware of. This is dangerous.
No, you don't understand. I saw something. I saw Tuga with what I can only assume was another Tuga.
So another Tuga?
I don't know if it was a Tuga or not. He had epithets of the 9 nines upon him, and he had a beard.
They were clearly the same race.
Yeah. He had a beard all the way to the ground with thick brass, like, almost like clasps going down it. And in my vision, they together easily, it seemed, killed Amredi Vasilu.
You know, if it is another Tuga, I can imagine 2 Tugas can handle Amredi. He's strong, but so is Tuga. So what do you suggest we do then? Because we can't just let this meeting go by and us not have something we can do maybe later?
I don't know. I feel like I have walked myself into a corner, and this is what I have to deal with.
Where is Imreti?
I don't know. He went to talk to a friend. That's all I know. He's supposed to be reaching out to me once again during the festival.
As you guys are having this heavy conversation, trying to figure out things, you hear a knock at the door. You watch his arm like kind of jumps, hearing this. And you can hear a female voice. Celebration before the celebration, pre-celebration shots, pre-celebration shots. Knock, knock, knock. And you watch she's kind of going down the hallway and you kind of hear it like happening more. Watch his our legs like opens the door. I'll take 2. He starts to trade coin a little bit. Anyone else?
No.
No.
Watch as he downs them both at the same time. It's going to be a long day, I feel.
I'm still naked.
You watch as he's like, 2 more, please.
I'll start getting dressed now. Now that all the... Oh, no wonder. I should have been naked at the tree.
That's probably one of the worst ideas you have.
It seems to work pretty well.
No, I don't think it's gonna work.
But I truly don't know. I honestly feel like the decisions that I've made so far have put us where we are. And I don't know, but this is just my thoughts. I don't think that this whole rebellion against Coma Scorpia is something that Rosa Belcroft cares about quite so much as it is Vesiva and Viminimus. I think Rosa Belcroft's goals and aspirations are much bigger, and this is just a stepping stone on her path.
That sounds like something we need to stop then, because what she wants cannot be good. And if this is a step towards that direction, I mean, how else do you expect us to stop her? By stopping her at the beginning, or in the process, not at the end.
Well, historically, deities have teamed up to stop her in the past. I think that we might be in significantly over our heads with stopping her on our own.
You are not alone. I'm sure the Storm will support any endeavor that's going to further the safety of you and this island.
I'm gonna pull out my lizard from Baruch, and I'm gonna say, go find Baruch. Tell him that we need to see Bilius and Damzam here as soon as they're available. They should probably come here before Twin Tier,
Gotcha.
and I'm
Watch
gonna
as this
release
thing
it.
starts to shunt off this little lizard, scurrying off.
Open the window for him again.
You watch as he scurries out. You watch as 2 eagles swirl above, but fly off.
Ah,
But then come back, but then fly off again.
Willow, go fight the eagles!
Your lizard runs off in safety. It is the time of the celebration of peace, or nearing it so fast that it is time to probably go. As you guys are finishing up your training, giving him a few more pointers here and there, Mario, you can give me a luck roll. On a 14 and up, you will gain some kind of benefit from this training after having trained back to back.
Come on, give me
Let's
some
see.
love.
Let's see.
Nope, that's a 12.
Oh, I tried giving
So
it to you
close.
twice.
I know,
Yep,
right?
yep.
Jeez.
It's not conferring, unfortunately, any benefit for the start of this turn. But you do feel like whatever you're going to do, you're going to be pretty sharp. And you've been training swordplay a lot more than you had been previously. So
Okay.
you should be pretty good for this. I'm assuming you 2 guys are going
Yeah.
through this as well?
I'm fighting in it, so.
You know, I've got this really weird thing. You know, after we've been training all this time,
You might want to go get that
sweaty.
checked out.
Huh?
You got this thing
No,
on
no,
you?
no, something just crossed my mind.
Oh.
I'm really glad I gave up all that wicker crap. I don't know why. It was just like this weird feeling in the back of my head.
Yeah, I don't got that feeling.
Good.
I'm getting nervous though. I'm about to perform, and
Now you're fine.
I don't know. I should be all right, I think. But it's just kind of nerve-wracking when you first start. I always puke for a
You
big.
can feel like a tiny hand on like one side of the back of your neck and a tiny hand on the other side of the back of your neck. Give you a little shoulder massage. And you got this, Foxner. I believe in you.
Thank you. Thank you so
your
much.
forest sprite says, and he's like, you got this. He just starts like.
Oh, that's so good. Thank you, Lepsy.
I'm going to go to the temple this time.
The temple?
Not directly like to it. I'm going to like case it.
Gotcha. As you guys are moving up there, you run into each other serendipitously, as if this is a campaign or something. As you guys are making your way towards the celebration of peace, you notice these two guys up ahead. You can see,
Hey guys.
you can also see what looks like a lot of people are heading towards this way. As you are kind of not really paying attention to this, but looking towards the temple, give me a perception check.
Ooh, that's a 20.
Ooh, okay. You notice what is a familiar coat and wrap shawl. It looks like the one that Nilty wore in Twintier. You can also see that as you guys are walking, whatever conversation you're having as you're approaching, it also looks like he is casing the temple. You kind of see us as like walking around, side glancing a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's just as you're walking up. So you guys are back together for the first time since like 5 hours ago, 4 hours ago?
Yeah.
Since this morning, yeah.
This guy's got some weird feeling about Wicker. You know anything what he's talking
Yeah,
about?
everything's fucking terrible. McKee's been taken by the Wicker.
Damn it! He's got my map! Ah! Son of a... Ah! We gotta get him. We gotta find him.
That's why you don't give McGee anything.
We gotta find him. Where'd he go? How can
Went
we...
into a tree because Wicker.
Oh, wow. That...
No, he fucking killed him.
You would be really good right now if we had like someone that could, find people. Oh wait, I fucking hate this place. I've ever said that? How much? I hate this.
You watch as they start scrapping.
Oh, I guess they're practicing before the show.
As you're moving forward, you can see what are the young girls that have the flowers, the daisies. You can see that they nod and wave at you, and you can see that they're holding up 10, and they're like nodding, like they're going to definitely remember.
Oh, yes. How are you? How are you, girls?
They wave and say hi, say good. And you can see that these kids are selling daisies, it looks like, for the competition. But as you guys make it up, you can see that a crowd is starting to form, and you pass by.
I'm going
Pass you towards this
to
temple.
go towards Nelty.
Gotcha. You can see as Zakhan clearly is
You guys enjoy the celebration.
focus is taken elsewhere. As you are approaching towards the area, you can see
Don't
the
go get us more
stands.
trouble.
There are stands that have been put up,
No,
and
it's
there are
fine.
chairs everywhere, and you can see people are crowding around. You won't have a problem seeing over most of the people. But you can see what looks like Tilpus, the familiar person that you trained with, is calling out. He's just saying, all fighters, anyone that's fighting in this, please come over here, please come over here. You watch as like waving down, you can watch as several people are starting to move towards this area. You can see as Tuga comes towards this area, as Kadric comes towards this area, as a couple of different people, what looks like from the Vice Corps, come out towards this area. You can see what looks like a couple of the Dagger Hearts are out here. It looks like there's a few members from everywhere, but you're not seeing any big names. Like the biggest names that you're seeing here are Kadric and Tuga. But it looks like there's a pretty good turnout. It looks like there's like 25 fighters or so, including yourselves.
Okay. That is. I don't know there's gonna be this many fighters out here. Jeez. You must get really something good if you win.
You can see that as people are coming and settling down and getting into position, that he kind of takes all the names of the fighters, and then you can see that he gets everyone written down. And it looks like he's starting to create like a bracket of sorts. And for the first bracket matchups, I'm gonna have you guys both make a luck roll. And whatever your luck roll is, like if it's a 1, you're fighting Kadric or 2. Right? So let's see how you guys get set up in these brackets. It'll determine how difficult your opponent is going to be on your first one.
Oh, 6.
Oh!
I got an 11.
An 11. Okay, gotcha.
Oh,
So,
does it look
as
too
you,
good for me?
take the stands, Is there anything that you're trying to do during this time, or are you just enjoying the show as it's about to start?
Yeah, I'm just gonna enjoy the show and just like unhear everything that they just told me. And, like, like.
You can see as the
Okay.
as you're like trying to like phase out and just like just focus on something enjoyable. A familiar face is next to you. He just says,
Oh, it's the one that was training outside the business who didn't want
Can
to
you
tell
just shut
people
the fuck
about-
up?
Oh, you're too good for conversation with your elders?
I'm just gonna get up and move.
That's what I thought, big man.
so you watch as he yells,
Alright, he's gone.
you can see as an elderly woman
Nope,
starts.
now I'm gonna go back and fucking like, I will body check her.
You're gonna have to make an athletics check if you're gonna body check this.
Yeah.
Oh, she has disadvantage.
Oh no.
15. You watch as you put a hand out in front of this woman. You can see that she's just like,
Oh, I'm sorry. Can I
No.
please get past you?
I'm gonna sit down next to him.
You watch as the old man looks at you, looks at his wife, just like,
Come on, don't do this.
Oh, you started it, asshole.
You started it.
No, you literally came over and started talking to us. You initiated it. You didn't have to, but you chose to. So these are the consequences of you choosing to continuously do dumb shit everywhere! Everywhere!
you watch as he gets up as you make this tirade and everyone's like staring at you. And he just says,
One day, you'll get what's coming your way. Come on.
you watch as he grabs arms with his wife.
Said he's just mad because there isn't a sword in the land that can chop through that mane.
She's just going, Harry, that's it.
And your mother's pudding.
She says, that's uncalled for. Tonks.
You watch as several people are giving you like dirty looks in the crowd now.
Fuck off.
Just like, watch as Arleg comes and sits by.
Charming the locals. Yeah, you were always very tactful.
Here you go.
You watch as he pulls out a flask. It's water.
Oh, you ass.
Sorry, I already drank too much of it. Really shouldn't be.
As you go over towards Nilty notices you. Just says, "Yeah, what do you want?
I need to
You're
get
trying to get in, huh?
I need to get
Yes. All right. How sneaky are you?
I'm a little sneaky.
You're gonna have to be pretty sneaky, I think. As I'm looking around, I can see that there's a few stragglers, just a priest and what looks like one of the orphan workers. But the distraction should get us past them pretty tightly, and then we'll find the coin, and then we'll take that coin and invest it back in the business.
That's fine, but there's one other thing we need to do while we're here. There is definitely a hidden door somewhere.
To a vault?
I don't know. But if it's hidden, it's valuable. No?
I've been at my share of hidden vaults, and let's say 50-50.
That
What?
sounds like your kind of odds, to be honest.
Make a persuasion check. I'm looking for like a 12. You can be convinced of this pretty easily.
That is a natural 14, which makes it a 13.
Ooh, okay. Hitting Nilty right in his soft spot, like his ego. Just like, yeah, you can see that he's just like, sure, why not? So, as you guys are starting to talk about your game plan, this place has 3 entrances to the orphanage on back, and then it has 2 entrances to the temple on either side. The orphanage is directly connected to this, literally doorway to doorway, so you can enter through one of the lodges of the orphanage and get into the temple, or the 2 side entrances. It's kind of like this temple. It's like You know?
Okay.
It's like this is the main body of it, and then there's 3 longhouses that are behind it that are the orphanage.
Gotcha. I want to case around the side of the orphanage just to see if Dallin is here.
Make a luck roll. On a 11 and up, he's around. Yeah.
It's 12.
It's a 12. As you cross the corner, you can see Dallin, and you see as Dallin finds you, he goes up to you really quick and just says, "I have something to tell you. It's pretty important. I was actually just looking for you."
Perfect. What is it?
So, last night, I snuck out, and, well, I sent one of my rats to that area and had it posted there. And I saw as Milpa, he approached that wall that you said, and I didn't see what he touched, but I saw that he grabbed something off his person. It looked like a dark ring with 3 other rings inside it. And he seemed to move it towards the wall, and he was able to move straight through it.
Okay.
But I did hear some grinding, so I'm not sure what that was. It was very odd. Once this happened, once he touched it to the wall and started to move through, my connection instantly ended with the rat.
Go figure.
So I don't know what happened, but I did hear what was grinding and his hand moving through as it stopped.
Pretty good job, Dallin. There's exactly things I need to be knowing right now. I'm going to hand him 5 silver.
Watches his eyes go wide.
Keep it up, kid.
I might be able to buy my own place.
You keep going like this.
All right, I'm gonna watch
Buy
the
it for you.
competition. Thank you, Mr. Bombast. No, he doesn't know your name. I don't know what he calls you. What does he call you again? I forgot.
He knows
Gregor?
Torrent.
Torrent, yeah. Thank you, Mr. Torrent. He says as he goes and walks away.
No problem, kid. Keep it up.
He watches Nilty says, "I'm actually impressed by that. Wow, he's able to get through rats. What the hell?
It's his thing.
That's gross.
Just
Dogs are far better."
less sneaky, though.
True, but more loyal.
I don't know. Rats seem pretty nice. You ever had one?
You're just fucking wrong. Let's do this. So, as the competition starts, you guys watch as Tilpus welcomes everybody here. Thank you for coming to the competition of peace, where we celebrate what it takes to achieve peace through strength and through fair swordplay. Or to some of the less, cultured combatants, without a sword and just a weapon. And you hear there's like a couple groans from the crowd, and you watch as Tuga just grunts. You're using a sword, right? Are you using a sword?
Yeah.
No.
No? Yeah, so you can see that he says, "Once again, the rules are simple. There will be 3 bouts. Each bout you will interchange strikes against each other. You start 10 paces apart. You can move anywhere you want within the ring, although some might make fun of you if you run away." You watch as a few people start cheering and laughing at this. But before that, we have acquired the talents of Lobster Claw to sing for us a song that celebrates swordplay.
Yes, that's true. Thank you so much for the introduction. Ladies, gentlemen, everybody, creatures, goblins, and I meant just creatures and stuff. I have been training and practicing this song, and please don't be hard on me. I might mess up, but it should be okay. So here it goes. It's I was inspired from the school as I was there yesterday. How great and ferocious these warriors were that I just had to come and play. So here's my song of swordplay. I'm gonna go at it.
All right.
And I have advantage, right?
This is your first roll tonight.
No. From last session, I
You
practiced.
Yes,
Yeah.
you do. You do have advantage, buddy.
Okay.
Let's see. Let's
Ooh,
see.
21.
21.
Yes.
All right. What are you playing on? Your lyre, your lute?
The loot, yeah.
The lute. Gotcha. You guys see as he pulls out the loot, and you can see as he pulls out his sword. And you can see that as he goes to start plucking the loot with the fucking sword, and he does so immaculately, hitting these strings and playing this very elegant song. You can see that as people are hearing this, that they're starting to like cheer and get up, and you watch as a few people are doing so. Are there any lyrics to this time?
No.
No, so this instrumental that is doing quite well, you can hear as some people start even chanting with the rhythm of this, and the crowd seems to love it as it's doing so. And you can see as the girls, as it looks like you're coming to the climax of your musical piece, you can see that they start throwing one daisy. Then you can see another daisy comes out. Then you can see as they throw a couple daisies. Then you can see that they hand them to some of the crowd and they start throwing a few more daisies. And you watch as this finishes that several bouquets of daisies start flowing and flying out towards Foxner. You can see that one's about to go past your head. Did you catch it?
No, I'll just move out of the way.
When you watch as a daisy just like goes by him, you watch as Arling tries to grab one and he throws it. As it's doing so. And as this comes to a close, you can see as the crowd starts clapping for Foxner. What do you say as you finish your performance?
Thank you, everyone. I enjoy everything that you have done for me. Thank you for the flowers, and I hope to continue this on and enjoy the festivities.
You watch as there's that old man, and you can hear him say, "Encore!" But that's the only song he knows. You watch as a few people are just like, "Huh? Do you say anything to him?"
Yeah, I was like, "Dang you, old man!" Oh, I'm looking around. I know that people are looking at me, so I've got to like keep my persona. I'm like, yeah, I know more than just one song, but I'll do another one if you want me to. Does everyone want me
You hear
to?
as like an elderly woman that's standing right next to him says, "Prove it."
Well, I'm looking for the crowd to see if anyone else wants me to play another
Yeah,
one.
you hear a few people play, and you see as Tilpus like looks at the crowd and just says, "We've waited all year. We can wait for another few minutes."
All right.
Sure.
I'll do Fly to the Beat.
All right, go ahead and make a straight roll on this.
Ooh, that's 15.
15. Gotcha. Okay, so you're not playing bad. You're not playing this in a way that people would be like, "Oh, that was a bad performance." A 15 is decent. You know what I mean? Like, that's certainly not the greatest performance, but in contrast to the 21 that you just played and the gusto that you had, you can see as this old man is kind of heckling a little bit with you. You know what I mean? And he's just like, "See, there's way less feeling in this one. What is this malarkey?" And you can see as a few people are kind of arguing with him in the crowd and trying to get him to stop talking. Just like being very butthurt, knowing that he was the one that was with you. And you watch as this is happening, Kadric comes up and just puts a hand on the lute and stops you in mid-play and says, "That's enough, father."
I didn't know that was your dad.
Nice performance, but it's time to get started. And you watch the crowd erupts and starts to get ready for this. First up, and you watch as a few bouts start to go by. You're about 4 bouts away from going, and you're about 6 bouts away from going, as it's moving through the brackets. You can see as 2 different swordsmen of Snidigan go against each other, each of them parrying attacks across each other, hitting a couple times per bout. You can see that as this goes on, one of them is declared the winner, one is the victor, by a pretty small margin against each other. As this continues on, you see as the Kanetskian fights against one of the Daggerhearts. You can see that the Kanetskian is using 2 daggers, and the Daggerheart, you can see that he is also using 2 daggers, and it's kind of just a like battle of like double daggering at each other as it's going on. Let's see who does well, the Daggerheart or the Kanetskian. Ooh, the Kanetskian bodies this guy. He dodges 2 attacks from his dagger, gets him good twice, and wins 1 round outright, and that's enough to sway the tide. Nice. So, as the next couple of matches are going on, Zakhan and Nilti.
So I'm going to tell Nilti what Dallin told me and say, we need to see if the Signilp is here first because we might need that in order to get in.
You watch as Nilty says, I can take care of that.
I'll leave it to you.
You're going to see as Nilty pulls out some coin, everyone loves a donation. You watch as he just walks right in.
I'll wait for him to do what he's going to do.
Gotcha. As a couple more matches go by, eventually, Virkin, your turn comes up. And you can see what looks like you being put against one of these swordsmen of Snittigan, but you can see that he looks like a trainee from when you first went into camp.
Okay.
So,
Do I have an idea of how long this competition will last kind of in total?
you assume that it's probably going to be like a couple hours or so.
Okay. I'll save it then.
So, as you guys are engaging with swordplay against each other, and you're going to start, you guys are actually, there isn't an initiative roll needed. All you're doing is you're moving at the exact same time, and you're going to take whatever actions you would want to take against the other person. If you're trying to evade them the entirety of the time, you know that you will get probably a bad score. And this is about getting scored, after all, based on damage. So typically what you saw in these fights is these dudes just went straight towards each other and just started duking it out. In none of the fights you've seen so far has anyone like backtracked or anything. One guy did throw a dagger before coming in and grabbing that dagger off the ground, but that's the only like ranged thing you've seen thus far.
Okay. All right, so this is my plan on the first round. Wait, what are we on? Dirt, sand, grass?
You're on dirt.
Okay.
Yep, you're in a dirt, in a pit, and you can see that it's marked out with like a white chalk outline in what looks like a 30-foot diameter. So it's like you're starting 10 feet apart, and you have 10 feet behind you and 10 feet out. And you know that getting ringed out is also a very bad score.
Okay. So this is what I want to do. I want to reach down and grab a handful of dirt.
Okay.
And I want to throw the dirt into this dude's eyes and then run at him and using the fast strike blade, attack him with that.
Okay, gotcha. So you watch as Virkin grabs down into the dirt as him and this dude run towards each other, and he goes to throw a little bit of dirt in his face. I'll allow you to do that as a reaction, or as a free action.
Okay.
I'm totally fine with that. And yeah, let's see if you actually hit him with that. So make an attack roll with dirt. This is an improvised weapon.
Ooh, that's a natural 4, so probably not.
Oh! Watch as this dirt goes up, and you can see most of it flies up and a little bit gets into like Virkin's face as he's running towards this guy. And you can see that as he's making a couple attacks at you with one sword, you can make an attack at him with the fast whip.
Hey.
15 to hit.
A 15 misses.
No. For you.
Oh,
he missed you with both.
18.
An 18.
Yep.
Gotcha. You hit him. As you hit him, you look as he tries to move his blade to parry, but it seems as if he's just not capable.
Nice.
And you score damage on him. He misses you twice as he goes with his sword, and as he goes to hit you, you're able to duck under and strike him with the Fashwick blade. As he goes to move back, you can see that you're able to just, with that Fashwick blade, just put it up and barely block the incoming strike from him and push it up above your head. Second bout, you can see that as he gets back to his stance, he rushes towards you one more time. All right,
Okay.
What are you doing?
So as he runs at me this time, he's a human?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and run through his legs behind him and then tag him again.
Okay, go ahead.
Come on. Hey, another 18.
An 18 to hit him?
Yep.
Okay, gotcha. You are able to run past him, and you can see that as he runs past him, give me a dex check. Looking for about a 13 here.
Ooh. Nope.
You can see that he goes to slide and move past this human's legs and get between them, and as he does so, he brings his dagger up and is able to get him twice in the stomach, but this guy is able to grab his hand, and you can see that he just kind of tosses him, and as he tosses him, he slashes twice at you. This is going to be 8 points of damage and 4 points of damage. How much did you do to him?
Oh, I haven't rolled any damage
The
yet.
first one, it didn't matter.
Okay. 5 points of damage.
5 points of damage. So you can see as you clearly won the first round, he wins this second round. So it all falls on this next one. All right, it's your turn.
All right. So this turn, I am going to. I'm gonna try and. The blade thing has been working pretty good, so I'm gonna try it again. But on this third round, I am going to feign like an attack, and I'm gonna just throw the dagger at him.
Gotcha. And then are you gonna try and keep away from him?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. All right. So go ahead and give me a performance check.
10.
A 10. I'll roll insight. I'll contest you. A natural 3. Plus 1 for a 4. Your feint works. As it looks like you're running forward, he's kind of like off kilter, but he tries to run forward, and you have an opportunity to throw this dagger at him. I will include you can do so with disadvantage, as you did feint him decently.
Do so with disadvantage?
No, with advantage.
Ooh, that's not great, but it's still a 15.
A 15, gotcha. You're going to see as this goes to hit him, you're going to watch as he sees the blade coming, and you're going to see as he moves with this Snittigan steel and just boom, backs it off away, and you watch as the dagger flies. As he does so, you feinted him well, so the only move he has to do is a toss at you. So these rolls don't count, so I'm going to make a disadvantage attacking you. And he misses with this sword. You're gonna see as he draws a dagger from his left side and tries to hit you with that.
Okay.
And he misses! Oh! Wow. Alright, Tyler, make a luck roll. He'll make a luck roll. Whoever wins this gains the judge's favor, because you guys did pretty evenly against each other. Oh. And you watch as the judges put the Snittigan swordsman as the victor. And you watch as the crowd goes, "Woo! Yeah!" You watch as Arlig just says, "Oh, saw that coming from a mile away."
Yeah, I don't really know why he decided to use daggers. He's not a dagger user.
Everyone has to start somewhere.
I guess.
One might ask why kids should start using daggers as well.
Protect themselves.
Protect himself.
He can wild shape.
Not all things can be done all the time.
He just stares at you for an uncomfortable amount of time.
We need more booze, don't we?
Yes.
Alright. I got this round. He watches, he goes and gets up.
Nilty comes back out. You can see that as he comes back through the door, he says, "Yeah, that one is Nilpa. He was not too excited to tell me."
He's not very talkative kind.
No, I gave him 3 silver. I was like, "Come on, who's donating this much? It's crazy." I don't think that, I don't think he knows what Bitcoin is.
Probably not. Is he alone in there?
Yes.
Are your blades ready? Just in case?
You watch as he smiles and just like, "Are we about to attack a priest?"
You seem a little excited about that. I'm saying just...
I am! Okay, you know. Okay,
We're on,
excited,
the,
yeah.
we're on the same page then. Perfect. I want you to try and lift that ring off him if you can. But if he finds out, I might have to take it by force.
Make a luck roll. On a 17 and up, this will matter significantly. No. So, you want me to go back in to
I'm going to go back
distract
in.
him once again?
I'm going to go in. I'm going to distract him.
Alright, Nilty will make a stealth check as he tries to move stealthily behind you. So you're going to give me a performance check to see if you can help sell, like, the noise and stuff of, like, bringing this guy's attention to you.
Yeah, I'm going to...
I will say you can use your intelligence for this, having dealt with this dude once before, knowing his tolerance for tomfoolery probably is.
Yeah, I'm going to, literally barge through the door, uncharacteristically, clumsily, slam my door, opening the door with the shield.
With the shield.
Yeah.
Just, all right. Yep, go ahead. Give me a performance check.
All right. Not great. It's an 11.
It's 11? Okay. You hear Nilty actually say that to you as you do not see him. Like, you're just like, wait, what? You're just like, that was not great.
All right. So what's so special about this place?
You watch as Ignilpa is like looking at you. It just says, kind of a boisterous entrance.
I'm a boisterous kind of guy.
This is a place that deserves respect. I was hoping you would see that by now.
Well, typically, you have to sort of receive respect in some ways in order to give it, don't you think? It's earned. You would agree? And you know,
True.
when you try to talk to someone and have a friendly conversation, and then they just try to kind of stonewall you and don't want to talk to you, that's kind of disrespectful, don't you think?
I don't think that I like
I
your
think it's
tone.
completely disrespectful.
I think that I'm going to have to ask you to leave. You watch as he turns around and looks at Nilty next to a pew, and you can see that Nilty has the ring in his hand and looks up at this dude. Roll initiative.
Oh shit!
Oh
No! Well, it's on Nilty because that was a very bad initiative.
Okay. So Nilty got a 6 plus 6, so that's a 12. Right?
I got
Let's roll
less.
this for this dude. A 9 plus 3. Nilty goes first. Oh, yes. Wow! Oh god! Wow! So as this dude feels Nilty's hand in his robes and pulls back out, you can see with the symbol in his hand, it is your guys go first. You are less than 10 feet away from this guy. I could drop this church calling, but I don't know if we're gonna necessarily need it. The church is about 50 feet wide, and it's probably about like 80 or so feet long. You guys are at the front towards the altar, so there's plenty of space before the pews start. This guy was standing right next to the back end of a pew, and that's how Nilty got behind him. It was like crawling, you assume, under those pews.
Yeah.
So you can see that Nilty is right next to him by a pew, and you are kind of like boxing him in. You're like 5 feet away from having flanking with Nilty on this guy.
All right. Yeah, I'm just gonna look at Nilty and go like, let's go! I'm gonna walk up 5 feet and I'm going to shocking grasp. I'm going to shocking grasp him.
Okay, gotcha.
Oh yeah, that's super good. It's a 23.
A 23 will hit. Roll some damage. You watch as sparks fly up your hand, up these these wire currents that you have built into your glove, and you can see that as they do so, it forms into what looks like some kind of coating around your entire hand as you just punch him with this, and you can see as it just blasts off into him.
It does 1 point of tasing damage.
You can see that he just gets hit like a dog with a shot collar, like just like jolts for a second, but then looks kind of fine. You watch as Nilty like looks at you and says, "The hell? This is how you do it." You watch as he pulls out a dagger to stab him in the back. Ooh, and that's gonna hit this guy. Yeah, Nilty is gonna do a good amount of damage between the both of you. Not very much though, honestly, because yeah. He looks okay still. He is not looking too warm for weather here. You're gonna see as he looks at both of you and says, "Enough! Grovel at my feet. Make a wisdom save."
Ooh, buddy.
I know.
Nilty got a natural 7. He fails.
I passed natural 17.
Whoo! You watch as Nilty looks like he's about to fall towards the ground, but before he does, he's able to get one more strike in. Hits. This dude gets hit again, but he's looking still pretty good. You guys have done so far to him 18 points of damage.
And he's looking good.
He's looking okay still. Yeah, he's looking okay.
Okay.
Before that hit, he was good. Now he's, looking okay.
Yeah. I'm not gonna fucking leave him here.
You watch as Nilty falls to the ground and starts groveling at this guy's feet. "I'll never rob another church. I will never rob another church."
I'm going to take a couple steps back, and I'm going to chuck a acid vial at him.
You watch well, people that are there, yeah, an acid vial comes out from your pouch and you chuck it at him. You can see that this guy looks at it and is like, oh! Like as he sees this approaching. Go ahead.
And I am going to call a shot for the legs.
Okay, gotcha. We do called shots in this campaign. I know some people cringe at that, but I think it's great that they can hit specific parts of creatures that they want to get some interesting effects. He's going after the legs, guys. Let's see if you chop this dude, or melt this dude down at the legs.
Yeah, okay. It's a 13.
A 13. You're gonna watch as this flies a little bit wide of this dude. 14 is the number for him.
Damn it.
And you can see that as he does, he's like, and you can see as he moves, and it looks like he's going past you towards the door. You have an opportunity attack. You're gonna take it.
Yes, I will. Yeah, I'm gonna hit him
With the
my
shield? Okay.
Yeah, that's a 15.
15. You hit him. We'll say a D6.
D6?
Plus nothing.
1.
Another point of damage. You watch as he turns towards you guys again, and you can see that as he does so, you're going to watch as his eyes turn over a dark glaze of purple, and you're going to see as he starts to wave his hand in the air and vocally says, "Enough, I said. Grovel at my feet." And you watch as this energy erupts in you once again, and Nilty one more time. Hey, Nilty passed.
Natural 16.
Pass. You watch as this guy gets to the door. As he's able to do that, you watch as Nilty draws 2 daggers once again, and he's going to toss and toss.
It's gonna kill him.
Ooh, gonna miss.
I have to.
All right.
Now that I
What are you
know
doing?
what he is,
What are you doing? This is it looks like he's at the door.
Is he like running
I'm
away?
going to
Oh.
same thing. I'm going to move up, so I'm 20 feet away from him.
Okay.
I'm going to bloodline focus as a bonus action, and
Okay.
I'm again going for the legs.
You can see as your blood starts pumping, your veins get big, and your eyes turn red as you chuck this vial with tenacity.
Oh my fucking god. That is okay. So that is 3 plus 7 plus 5. So
That's
17 minus fucking 5. 4. For cold shots, what is the minus? I'm forgetting. Sorry.
There is no minus on a called shot anymore. There
forgot.
is no minus on a called shot. Yeah.
I hit him the first time. Then I'm sorry. I thought there was a minus still.
No,
that
no.
changed.
Oh, got you. Okay, roll that damage, but it probably wouldn't have dropped it. So go ahead and now with this damage, I will do the leg thing. So let's see if anything happens to his legs. It depends on the damage roll, honestly.
8 plus 4. That is 8 acid damage. 12 plus 4. 16 acid damage. 16
On total or from just the first one?
This is the first one.
That's the first one. Gotcha.
Wow.
He looks horrible as you throw that vial at him. And he fails. He cannot hit that if he wanted to. You watch as he drops down as this is happening. And you have the next acid vial. Are you gonna chuck it at him? This is
I mean,
the
at
one
this point, I would, since this is the first asphalt I hit, I would instead go up to him. He looks terrible, right?
Yes, he now looks terrible.
I'm going to go up to him. I'm going to non-lethally shock and grasp it, and I wouldn't throw another vial.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. It's a 14.
Barely hits him.
Okay. He's not another one. It's a 4.
A 4. You watch as he drops. Right as he's dropping, you watch as 2 daggers from Nilty fly towards the door, missing him. They're just like, I meant to miss. I saw that you were trying to knock him
No,
out.
I really don't care. Right now, we need to get him out of here somehow, quietly and quickly. He knows things we need to know. And now he knows who I am and what I just did. That cannot be.
You know, sometimes it's best to hide people whether or not looking, or where they least expect. And you watch as he pulls out a gag and shoves it in his mouth, puts a blindfold on him, and puts a wrapping around his mouth, and just says, "They gotta have a storeroom around here somewhere."
You want to leave him here?
I will collect him when we leave.
There. Yeah, I'll pick him up and pull him
You
over.
watch it and you drag this priest. Yeah.
Should have thrown him in your bag of holding.
Arleg eventually gets back.
Break his
You can see that his flask is full as he offers some to you.
Oh, yeah, thanks.
I'm not supposed to be drinking, but rough day.
Well,
Birkin, what are you up to?
I would like to think that at this point, Virkin is pretty fucking pissed off and a little bit lost in his thoughts of everything that's been going on. So he's probably just gonna honestly go pick up the dagger and just leave. Just gonna go like walk around town aimlessly, just thinking about stuff and whatnot.
As you are walking around, you actually run into, on his way to the competition, Amredi Vasilu. And you can see with him is another Cloma Scorpion, clearly by his look. You can see that he has a very elegant bow, and that he has, like, unlike a lot of Cloma Scorpions, instead of having, like, blue and purples and teals and, like, pastel blues as part of their colorations, he has far more greens that are associated on him. You've seen this once before, actually, with Desmond de Sol, one of the hired scouts. This looks like someone from the Thosos bloodline.
Okay.
As you approach towards them, you watch as Amredi says, "You're already leaving the contest."
The judge declared I was the loser of my first battle.
Do not worry. Not everyone is as skilled with weapons as they are with other things. And you watch as he just makes like a little bit of a noxious puff appear in his hand that swirls and dissipates.
True, you're not wrong. I just wanted to reserve my other capabilities for what we may have later.
A wise choice. Doesn't seem like you want to be out here. Should we find a place to talk?
Sure.
You watch as he gestures. Looks like he's leading you back to Ormos.
Okay.
Foxner, it looks like you got a fight upcoming. You can see that this looks like it's against one of the dagger arts. You can see that he has a couple of daggers, and you can see that he looks like he's probably pretty decent at using these things. These things might hurt a little bit. So, as you approach into the circle, stepping into the spotlight, you can see as Arleg and Kroll looking at you. You can see that Arleg is just like, you know, giving you the thumbs up. You can see that the hand has a flask in it that he's holding up as he's doing so. And as you go to start the fight that you're about to be in, it is about that time, guys. So, thank you for all of you that are watching us here right now. We're going to take an intermission for about a half hour, and then we will return to see Foxner's fight and the resolution to Zakhan's shenanigans. Hello, and thank you for joining us once again after that break. Those of you that are still here, we appreciate the love. We forgot an announcement and are going to make it now. For our first 100 subscribers to our YouTube channel, we are actually going to be doing a giveaway. We're going to give 3 of our first 100 subscribers on YouTube 5 goblin miniatures, so that way you can feel like you're part of the Revenants too and try to get lucky. So please tell people that you know to like, share, subscribe, especially to our YouTube. And if you happen to be subscribed, or we can get to 100 subscribers here sometime soon, then we'll be doing a giveaway and calling out the people that win live here on the show, as well as on all of our social media. If they don't respond, then that's a bummer.
Yep.
We'll just keep moving on.
Go subscribe.
So, thanks, guys. So, where we last left off, we were heading up for Foxner's big debut into the tournament. So,
Remember, you get that reaction with the Snittigan sword.
with the Snittigan Steel, you can use a reaction for free. It doesn't count as using your regular reaction to make a parry maneuver against any attack. It can be a spell, a ranged attack, or it can be a melee attack.
Nice. Okay.
So remember that.
Is
You
that
get to
also
add
+1? Or
yeah, it still has that. So you get to add 3 to your armor from this.
oh,
Yeah,
really?
with this reaction. It's what the Snittigan Steel is made for parrying
Nice.
things.
Oh, when I parry, not the whole time I carry
No,
it.
no, just when you parry.
When I parry. Okay.
It's
got
like the
it.
shield spell, but only for that attack.
For that attack.
Just
Gotcha.
that attack. Nothing else that comes at it.
Okay. Sounds good. 17 is the number.
As you see yourself and this dagger heart, those of you that are here start rushing towards each other. You can see that he grabs both blades and attempt to attack you twice. What are you doing, buddy?
I am going to move out of the way, and I'm going to parry if he tries to hit me, and of course, try to attack him back.
Okay, are you wielding 2 blades right now? You're Snittigan Steel and
the
Saberfrost?
Yeah, Saberfrost.
You see for the first time ever, Foxner wielding this blade of blue obsidian that you made right next to Snittigan Steel. And as you're looking over your creation, how do you feel? Like, your blade looks comparable to a Mastercraft blade. Like, this is elegant as you're seeing both of these side by side.
I'm looking at our like, hey, I made that. Pretty cool, isn't it? It also has magic properties.
Yep. That is pretty cool. He's a small guy compared to you. This is a trenchling. Right? So he's
You really can't hold your liquor, can you, buddy?
I don't drink. You can see as he's starting to get queasy.
Here, this
All right, Mario, you get to make 2 attacks, buddy, because you're wielding 2 light weapons.
All right, let's do it. Ooh, no.
You need to get a 15 to hit him.
Nope. Neither.
You watch as these 2 guys sprint at each other. Something changing?
Saberfrost. It's only a +2.
It shouldn't be a plus.
No, dude, you have a +5. That's impossible.
Yeah.
That's
It
impossible,
should at
Mario.
least be a +1.
Oh, it'd still be only a 14. I rolled a 9 as my highest.
Oh, +4 actually is what it would be.
Yeah,
now that I'm thinking out loud.
'cause
It's-
my
you have a
plus
+4.
one weapon is a
Yeah, you have
+5.
+4.
Oh, okay.
But you do miss. So you watch as these 2 guys sprint towards each other. As they do so, you watch as he slashes with one dagger, this dagger heart, really quickly. As he slashes with this dagger, you can see that he goes to slash with his second dagger, and as he does so, you watch as he says something, mutters something under his breath, and symbols his hand, and you watch as abstract energy surrounds his right hand, and he goes to stab at you with this, and you're able to parry that off. As you go to slash with hit against him, he sideswipes it, and as you go to hit him again, he kind of side taps your head, and you bounce forward. Both of you missing each other as you cross. Completely. The judges hold up like tie signs as this happens.
Can I use abstract energy here? Can I?
He did. He did.
So I'm gonna, of course,
So it's your turn to go again.
I'm just gonna say, is that all you got? And vicious mockery. So that's gonna
Instead
be
of attacking him?
yeah.
Okay, so the second round. where you guys
Because
are gonna go at each
we're
other.
still far apart, right?
You are at this point like 10 feet apart.
Yeah. So I don't want to be next to him. I want to be like right on the edge of the.
You go 1 round at a time, so I'm just making sure that you're crystal clear. If you do this, it's what you're doing for the round.
Oh, I see.
That's what I'm
Okay.
trying to make
No.
sure. Is that what you want to do for the round? You can. I'm not saying you can't.
Yeah. I just want to taunt him.
Okay, so he's gonna come towards you and try and attack you twice, but first I will make a wisdom save for him. Failure! So his first attack against you is gonna be at disadvantage. He's gonna miss. 14 hit you? Does a 14 hit?
That's the number 14.
Oh, he does hit you.
So you could parry.
Yeah. So you watch
Oh,
as
I
he
can
hits
parry
you.
on another.
As he goes to slash at you or stab at you with this dagger, you guys see as he brings up the Snittigan steel blade reverse gripped and just deflects it off away from his head. Second attack, Mario, coming at you, buddy. And he misses with his second one as well. How much damage do you do with the vicious mockery?
3 psychic
What do you
damage.
say again? I'm sorry?
Is that all you got?
As you say this, you watch as this guy, his head just kind of like shakes a little bit, and you can see that he just takes a little bit of damage, and you see a little bit of blood trickle out of his nose as he shakes it off, or tries to, and misses you twice. The judge is clearly giving you this round. All right, your final round. You can see as this guy turns towards you once again, and you're going to see as he whispers out some words, and you're going to see as his right hand once again has abstract energy surrounding it.
All right, and I'm gonna go ahead and go at him with my both swords again.
Okay, all right, gotcha. Don't forget, you have Saber Frost, so you can do it then.
Well, could I do my what is that other spell that I got? It's a song that I can do that adds like damage.
Yeah, you can do that as a bonus action.
Which one was it? Song of
Swordplay.
Song of Fire.
So, fire damage? You're gonna add fire damage?
Yeah.
That only adds it to fire attacks.
Oh, okay.
Right?
So that would be like if I was
If you
doing
did
like a
firebolt.
firebolt. Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah, then I'll do
makes
the
everyone's fire attacks.
Yeah, I'll do my Song of Swordplay then.
All right. As you quickly shift to the lute, just like just like bring out some quick notes. You can add a Blade Flourish to Saberfrost or to the Snittigan Steel, and don't forget, Saberfrost itself has a thing that you can do.
Oh, that's right.
Not saying you should, but you can. So as you guys come across each other, he's gonna try and slash at you a couple of times. Oh, buddy.
Oh, I dropped one. Oh no!
Dicicle difficulty.
Oh, that's not right. I knocked it,
It was
and
an 18. I got you.
the other one was 18 because now it's a
It was an
okay.
18?
Yeah, because
Plus
it hit it
numbers?
to a 20 right now.
Okay, gotcha. So, as you move towards him and you start that Song of Swordplay, you watch as he is going to try and hit at you. What flourish are you doing as you hit him at the same time?
I'm gonna do the one that causes damage. Which one was that one?
All of them. But you have the defensive.
Oh,
or
then
you can-
yeah, I'll do defensive.
Okay, so roll damage at him.
Okay, so it was
A D6 and an additional D6 for your Blade Flourish. As he starts to play this song, you watch as he masterfully transitions away from the song and pulls this blade out, dropping his lute, and as he does so, striking at this dude right before he gets here. We already know.
defensive.
We already know.
No, the damage of it.
That one is 4. I rolled 6.
So give me the total.
10.
10 damage total, and your AC raises by 4. So now your AC is an 18. He gets a 19 to hit you. So as you slash at him, you see as he turns back to slash right back at you, and you realize you have that Snittigan steel blade in your hand.
Yeah, well, go ahead and
You see
parry.
as he parries this hit off, and you watch as the judges award him a victory. Woo! And you watch as the crowd goes wild, starting to cheer.
Nice.
Starting to cheer.
Wow. Thank you. I won that by the hair of my feet.
Watches a few people are like, what? Like as he says that.
I got hairy toes.
You see as Tilkus comes out and just says, a marvelous victory for Lobster Claw, both an excellent musician and a decent swordsman.
Thank you.
So, next up, Kadrick. And we'll go to you. So, as you are taken back to Bormos, once again, you are with the Silu. And where are you guys specifically? I imagine maybe either a room or are you guys just hanging out? It's empty. Like everyone's at the celebration. There's not very many people here.
I'll ask Vasilo's buddy if are you a member of the code?
I am.
Let's go down there.
Right. Watches.
I imagine it's empty there too.
As you guys make your way down into the code hall, it is empty as you assumed.
Okay.
You see the long tables sit, nobody at them. You've seen it empty before when you came to visit. What do you call it? The Cellar of Wisdom. Before you went in. After you went in, there were people. But before
Yeah.
you went in,
Okay. And I'll just tell Vasilo, I'll say, before I share anything more with you, I need you to understand that I'm unaware whether or not Rosa Belkoff is possibly seeing through me, hearing what I say, seeing what I see. If that's a risk you're willing to take, then we can have this conversation. If not, then you should go your way.
So, then make it one-sided. What can you tell me?
I had a vision. There was another person, Tuga and perhaps another Tuga,
Two of them.
older. It was a total person, just like Tuga was. A long beard that went all the way to the ground with brass rings that went down it. In this vision, he was able to grapple someone, and Tuga proceeded to...
It seems as if he knows you're referring to him.
Okay, I'll say Tuga was able to beat on you willingly, and then beat on that person willingly, and then the man with the beard turned into some monstrosity I've never seen, and was able to bite that person's head off, crush his head. It was shown to me as a warning, should I attempt to intervene on this meeting. I don't know what it means.
That is unfortunate, because I feel compelled to intervene more now than ever, especially after what I've been informed. As he turns to his friend. Unfortunately, what they're telling me is that you are compromised. So, I will simply leave it as what there is no question of. You watch as he turns. This is a Eropothosos. He runs the Thosos guide services here in town.
Yeah.
And he is next in line to be the Thosos patron. You watch as Thosos starts to speak up a little. We know what the Wicker are up to, in a sense. Their absolute goal may not be understood, but they're coming at Chromascopia from every angle that they can. Influencing the glacial bears, influencing the monitors, influencing Sniddigans, influencing people within the Righteous Storm, influencing every part of this island against us. Slowly. For years. Maybe longer. We only know of them coming to this island 3 years ago. So, it's not anything that's already not known. We should probably not speak anymore on it. But what is happening is vital. And that's all I will say on the matter.
Influencing the Moneroses as well.
You watch as they both kind of raise an eyebrow. And just, you see as Basilu. How intertwined is he?
At least to the point where he has some sort of a coin commitment.
Watch as they turn towards each other. They start to get up. He says, well, hopefully you don't see me again tonight.
Hopefully. If you do choose to party later, it's best that I know nothing.
He nods. Robo nods as well.
Robos, you're the one that's taking him to look for those snakes?
The Charman.
Yes.
A couple of times. Why?
promised him a little coin to bring me one back. It's just,
Be careful of that one. He's weird.
he is for sure. Not sure about him. He's Kinetskian, right?
That guy?
Yeah.
Misko?
Salonius, or?
Yeah, he kind of put off a Salonian.
Okay,
look.
okay.
And that's what he said he was.
Okay.
Watch as they nod to you. Messina says, "Well, good luck."
Same to you. If you did want a meeting with one of us, Zakhan is a good one to meet with. He's very opposed to what's going on.
Where can I find him?
Where are you? I don't even know.
You don't know. Yeah, you saw him take off towards the temple.
Oh, yeah. I believe that he's up to no good around the temple, but he'll probably be here later.
You watch as they look at each other, and just like nod silently, and then they say, "Thank you, and your honesty is appreciated, and won't be forgotten." Watch as they start to leave. Zakhan. Speaking of, you and Nilty found one of the grain barrels. Stuffed the body into that. Filled it up back with grain to muffle the sound further.
Make sure his nose is above.
Yeah.
You'll be fine. You'll be fine.
Close it up. So, as you guys now have a circlet in hand, and you are at that grain storage that you were told by Birkin had the unnatural sense to it and had this markings on the floor. What do you do?
First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use another use of the detect magic.
Gotcha.
So now I have only one left. No, two left. Sorry.
Gotcha. As that goes off, you get the sensation that you actually don't detect anything, but it's where you don't detect anything that's odd. It's where your detect magic, the abstract that's pouring through you as you start to interact it with your environment, doesn't go past something. It's this, and you slowly find exactly where the doorframe is hidden in this, as you do not have this abstract that you're putting out sensory-wise to detect anything is blocked by this partition.
I'm going to look about the room and try to see if I can find one of those telltale stones that we know that acts as a sort of like button to press.
As you recall Dallin saying, and Nilty bringing up, says, "You're probably going to need this."
I'm going to take it in my hand. I'm going to try and just sort of like interact with it just using abstract. Try to see if I can glean how to exactly use it.
Go ahead and give me, as you start trying to interact with this, a caster ability check as you try to mesh with the abstract in this. You've already tried checking these things out, and you know that it has some religious, divine power behind it. So trying to connect with it, just as before you do this, you know that it can possibly fuck you up in layman's terms. Like, you don't think you're gonna die or anything, but this is a very divine thing. You're not sure what a connection might bring.
I'm going to do it.
Gotcha.
Oh, that was almost amazing. It was 12.
12. Gotcha. As you go to connect with this thing, and you start trying to let your abstract go through it, you can feel what is this thing, like, pushing against you. And as it's pushing against you, you can get the sensation that it maybe seems as if this ringlet right here, you're getting the sensation of will within it. You're getting the sensation of like willpower within it, like sentience in some way. And as it does so, you feel as it pushes back hard. You can see your body's like taken over as this happens. And as it's enveloping you, make a wisdom save.
That's a 19.
A 19. Gotcha. You feel it start to take over, and just says, in your voice, in the way that maybe only you could, but in a more guttural tone, far more than you normally speak, and in a language Nilti doesn't understand. But you speak deep speech, don't you?
No.
I do.
No? Gotcha. You still understand the meaning of the words, and you just say, "Only those who suffer may see." And as this happens, you feel your body being propelled into this doorway, and you feel as your hand pushes through, this entity leaves you, but as it has a momentary control of your body, you feel as this amulet pulls through, and you feel a whoosh, and you see as the door just flies past your periphery. And you can just see that as it does so, you are feeling as if like you passed through it, but it still had some materialness to it. Like it almost felt illusory for a brief moment and then passed through. It was weird. It almost felt like when the spirits tried to interact with you. You're like a door made of spirit. What the yeah. As this happens, Nilti's right next to you. What the hell did you do? Whoa, that was weird. It felt like
That was the
peeing
worst-
and
that was
sneezing
the
at the same
worst.
time.
It's the worst thing I've ever felt. I felt like I had to fucking barf and cough at the same time.
And you can see that as you're looking behind you, you don't see the door. You just see like endless black behind you.
Fuck.
You can see what is a stairwell that's descending downward. You can only see this because of your dark vision. Nilti's like, God, I hate this place. I can't see shit.
No. I can't have you being fucking blind right now. I'm gonna pull out a torch and light it.
There's like demons everywhere. No. As you start descending down this stairwell, Kroll and Birkin, celebrating your victory, what are you up to now? And Foxner.
Is it over then?
No. Yeah. Oh, you see.
Then I'm gonna go ahead and just
Start betting?
betting till it's my next
Are you
round.
betting as well?
Yeah.
All right. Just tell me how much you're betting, and we're just gonna make some luck rolls.
Okay,
I
so
have
let me see. What do I want to bet?
two gold.
Okay, gotcha. This will represent your betting through the rest of this like first, if you will, like quarterfinals.
Yeah, I'll do 20 silver pieces.
Damn. Okay.
That's 2 gold, right?
Yeah, I'll match it.
That's what you're doing,
So
right?
you're doing okay, gotcha. So make a luck roll, guys. On a 9 and under, you lose it. On a 10 through 15, you double it. On a 16 and up, you triple it. What'd you get?
I got a 1.
A 1. Yeah, you lose it, and the old man wins. So, and looks in your face. You sure ain't got no brain between that hairy noggin. That one, 30 silver. I'm gonna go eat your mother's pudding with this now. How'd you do?
A 10.
Oh, you double it.
Yes.
You double your coins. You turn 20 silver into 40 silver.
Yes. Oh. Woo! It was a great day today.
Mortal enemies now. As a few more matches go on, Kadric and Tuga both emerge victorious, pushing it into the semifinals. You know that you will have a match coming up here relatively soon, but after all this gambling and chilling and drinking with people, Arleg has decided to give you a little bit of a tip. He's like, here's a tip. Use this. And you can feel yourself as, right as you're about to go into your next match, you feel as if like a blessing is upon you.
Also, I wanted to know if I can have Lepsy get into positions where I have advantage at all times.
Yes. Yes, you can. That's good thinking. Your invisible force flanking. Oh my gosh. How has no one ever thought of that? Yeah, Direction would do that the whole time. Anyways, so, dear kid, before this match starts and we get down to what you're doing, what are you up to after that tense conversation and realization?
So I know that I've tried to interact with things with the Wicker a lot lately, today, but I'm going to try one other thing.
Okay.
And I'm going to try and locate other people with the Wicker. Like, I don't know, I'm going to try and like reach out and somehow see if I can feel where other people that have the Wicker inside them are.
Okay. As you do so, go ahead and give me a caster ability check. I'm looking for about a 13 here.
Come on. Please.
Turn all the shit.
No!
Yes, he didn't get naked.
Nah, I rolled a natural 5, so...
As you sense out and start feeling your abstract connect with this energy, you get the sensation of connection, but you can't finish that connection. It's like, okay, something's over here, something's over here, something's over here, something's over here, but it's all happening so fast for you. Make a perception check while within this state. Let's see if you notice anything.
Fuck, dude, a natural 3. Total of 9?
Yeah, it's hard. Like, you're trying to put a number on how many there are. You get the sensation it's you know, maybe 10, maybe give or take, somewhere around there. Maybe more, maybe way less. It happens so quick. You're not sure how accurate you are.
Okay.
And then it fades. But you do feel what is another, not a voice, but just like a feeling of like, this can work. I can become more powerful if I keep trying more.
Okay. Then I'm just gonna lay in bed.
Gotcha.
Unsure what to do and what the future will hold.
As you're laying in bed, what was your first perception check?
During the vision?
Yeah.
A 9.
A 9. As you are just like laying back in bed with your eyes closed, you feel on your neck what feels like that lizard. Back with the message from Baruch. And you can see that as this lizard relays the message, like, absolutely we will.
Okay. I'm gonna feed it.
You do so. It
then-
likes the rations.
Yeah, and I think that at this time, this would be one of the few times probably since being here that Virkum would feel kind of helpless, honestly. Like, kind of like, what have I gotten myself into? And I guess I'm just along for the ride at this point.
So, before we get back to you guys, as Virkin's contemplating, Zakhan's contemplating what comes before him in this turning stairwell. What are you doing? Are you even trying to move stealthy at this point with the light?
Yeah, we're not trying to. I don't want to make noise.
No noise?
Still.
Okay,
I know the
gotcha.
light's going to be a dead giveaway,
Right, so
but I want to be
dead
stealthy.
giveaway. All right, so you and Nilty, both some stealth rolls.
What is my boy doing to me?
Hey, that's an 11 still.
I got a 21.
Oh, Nilty is like, I don't like this place at all. Why are we down here? What? I've never come through a door like that ever. This is the worst dungeon ever.
Nilty?
I hate it.
Shut the fuck up.
Let's get the fuck out of
I
here.
know. We need to know what the fuck is down here first.
Please.
Soon, okay? Just find out what's down here. I don't like this either. I don't want to be down here any longer than I have to be, okay? Just see what we see. I honestly don't care if it's scary or not.
Let's just
fucking
get going. If he
Let's
starts
go.
moving even faster.
Yeah, let's go.
As you go down, maybe like 60, 70 feet or so, you can see what is dim light coming from about that. And you can see that there's a few more turns before you can't see where that goes.
Once I see the dim light, I'm going to like try to shield the light as much as possible, and I'm gonna actually hand the torch, and he's like, "Stay here. I'm gonna check it out. This will give us away way too fast."
As you head down pretty stealthily and silently, you can see what looks like a chamber. This chamber looks like it's a perfect circle, similar to the chamber that you were in, kind of. But this chamber is bigger. It's about like 50 feet. You can see that on this, the outsides of the chamber are columns. Looks like a Snittigan make, stonework once again. There's 6 columns in total that are around here. And in front of each of these columns, you can see what looks like a chair. And you can see that in between this circle, there are pews, about like 4 of them on either side, that are sitting before what looks like a giant, like this is like 15 feet tall. It's like going to the ceiling and like 12 feet wide, a mirror. And you can see that this mirror that's sitting right here, it has what looks like an altar that's 10 feet in front of it, and what looks like writing that's on this mirror that's all across it. This writing that you're seeing looks familiar. It looks cavernous.
Oh shit. I'm going to take out a parchment, and I'm going to write down everything that it says, just to write it down quickly. Doors in this room?
You don't see any doors.
It's just purely a temple. Okay. Am I seeing any kind of objects, like reliquaries or anything like that?
You are, I'm assuming, going around the room looking.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if I can find anything like objects that are clearly like similar to this ring dedicated towards Moringa and some symbol.
No check required. As you start moving around the room, roll initiative. No. As you start moving around the room and you come across the different pews and the concrete, unless you're looking for anything specific, what you are going to see on the altar is you're going to notice that on the side that's facing towards the mirror, that there is a impression there of your circlet, or of the circlet that's in your hand.
I'm not going to put it there because I feel like alone that's a terrible idea. But no,
Make a perception check.
9.
You can not hear, but he actually, well, no, I mean, yeah. You can see Milty when he's coming down the stairwell. And as he's coming down the stairwell, you can see that the lantern is out, and you just see he's looking at you and like kind of looking around. You can tell that he's like kind of got the jitters a little bit as he's like walking down here. And you can see as he like looks and he's like points at that mirror, and as you turn to look, you can see that as you turn around, that your reflection in the mirror is staring at you and hasn't moved.
I'm gonna take a second, just gonna like see if it's not moving with me. And once I confirm it, I'll be like, all right, that's enough. And just start fucking running to
You
the
can
door.
see as you start to run that this pulls out what looks like a ringlet, and you can see that it pushes it, and it looks like into the mirror. And you see as this mirror starts to wobble.
Oh my god.
As you run away.
Oh, wow.
Screaming at Nilty as I like immediately start to bolt. Fucking run!
So, back to Mario. Oh, dude. You are getting the spiciest stuff.
You get into some
I'm
stuff.
getting myself into some shit.
As you are in the next fight, make a luck roll. Let's see who you fight. On
Okay.
a 5 and under, you fight a big boy. There's not as many now. It's no longer a natural 1. Right?
Hold on.
You
Let's
get
do
a
this
crit,
one.
you fight one of the trainees that made it through.
A 10.
A 10! Okay, gotcha. So this time you are fighting a swordsman of Snittigan, but you can tell that this isn't one of the captains, at the very least. But it is like maybe one of the lieutenants or something like this left at this point. So he's
Okay.
probably got a little bit of sauce to him. But Arleg did bless you as you are walking into this arena, thankfully, and now with Lepsy, you definitely feel like you might have a little bit of a tactical advantage. So, as you square off with each other, Go ahead. What are you gonna do first? You watch as he draws two. You're gonna see as he draws two short swords that are snitting in it.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop my 2 swords as well, and I'm gonna attack.
Okay, gotcha. So as you guys go to cross each other.
So I should have advantage, right?
Advantage and a D4 for the plus.
Oh. Okay, so the first one. Oh yeah, that's 20 right there.
20. Okay. All right. What's the second one?
All right,
20 plus things.
and then plus things, yeah.
He got with that.
Oh yeah, that's 17, 18, 19 plus numbers, yeah.
Okay, so it's
Plus
a
4,
16
yeah.
to hit him, and he can do things, but he is not. He tries to parry at both your slashes, and both are able to hit through. He actually goes to attack you with his sword, and as he goes to attack you with his sword, you actually are able to use your hilt of your blade to knock his sword off and get a slash in at him and do the exact same thing as he goes for his second slash on you. And then you watch as he turns, and he's going to get a 23 to hit you.
Oh, that hits.
Yep, and he's going to slash at you one time. He's going to get you for 10 points of damage. Slashing.
How dare you?
How much did you hit him for, Mario?
I haven't rolled damage yet.
Okay, gotcha.
Have you been doing your shield thingy?
Shield thingy.
It has like a temporary HP.
Oh, yeah.
It's assumed.
Yeah, I had that already on there. All right, so the damage is going to be, it's a D6, right?
Yep, a D6 plus it should be 2.
All right, so 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
You matched him. All right, so you see as they strike each other, and as they do in trade blows, him 1 with that single slash, and you 2 as you moved by. Or did you land 2 or just 1?
2, yep.
Yeah, 2. Yeah, as you move by, you can see that the judges score it a tied round. All right. So on the second round, as you go against each other, go ahead, Mario.
Yeah, I'm going
This
to do
time.
a vicious mockery just like last time. I was like, how dare you pick on a little guy, you squash head?
Okay, gotcha. That was your action. Do you have anything you're going to do with your bonus action as that happens? Oh, I don't know why I did that. I was supposed to roll for, what do we call it, a save. Ooh, that's a natural 16, buddy. He passes.
Yeah, he passes. Then I'm just gonna I don't know, just wait for him to attack.
You watch as he like waves that off and then moves towards you. He's gonna try and attack you. So that is a 12 plus 6. That's an 18 to hit you.
No, parry.
Can you? Does your?
Oh no, that's only
Yeah.
17. Nope, he got me.
So he hits you, and he gets you for 10 points of damage.
All right.
But you're going to see that as he raises his sword to go for 2 more, you're going to see that he doesn't. He just like looks at the judges and they give him the round.
Okay.
Then you're going to see as he goes back to the stand. Last round.
All right.
And you get the sensation this dude's pretty honorable. Like he didn't just hit you to hit you.
Right,
He
right.
really wanted that, was it?
Oh, it's right behind you, man.
Ooh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
It's like right.
I believe in you. We got this.
Okay,
It's
here we
okay.
go.
Yeah.
All right, that's 17, 18, 19, 20, plus 4 is
Hit.
24.
Hit. But he is also going to hit you on this.
Okay, so that was the first hit.
Yup.
Second
Alright,
hit.
for him.
13, 14, 15,
A
16,
14 hits you,
17,
right?
18, 19, 20, 21.
So 2 hits, a 14 hits you. He hits you on the, what do you call it? The first one, because that was a natural 18. And then he's going to hit you with this second one as well, unless you parry it.
I would parry, yeah, absolutely.
Gotcha. Okay, and then he has 1 more. Oh, it's natural 6. I'll give it to you. That barely moved. But you guys trade. He gets a blow in, and you land 2 hits.
2, yep.
Wow. Okay, gotcha. So, as you guys trade hits once again, slashing and parrying and hitting, clinging off each other's blades, you can see that his swordsmanship is actually pretty impressive. 9 points of damage to you.
13.
13! And the judges give him the round. And then they say, one of the judges stands up and says, we have to do a tiebreaker. So they say, 1 more.
Okay.
Right? And this one right here is winner take all, no tie. So whoever has the better performance.
All right.
All right, here we go.
Ooh. 8, 9, 12, 13. 13 to hit
That's the highest you got?
on the first one.
Okay, all right.
So I missed that one. Yeah, that's better. 24.
Hits. Okay, so you got a hit. He's going to miss you with this first strike as you miss him with your first slash as well. Both of you guys crossing it and weaving and bobbing out of the way of each other's slashes. The second slash, looks like you're about to hit. It also looks like he's about to hit unless you divert one of your blades to move it off.
Yes.
It's a 16.
Yes, I am.
And
Absolutely.
you watch as he's going to hit, Mario parries it off and slashes with his roll damage.
Yeah.
As you hit him, you can see that he finally slashes you with his final hit as well, with a 22 to hit.
That would hit, yo.
All right, so roll damage, Mario.
All right, I rolled. It's 8.
8.
Oh, wow. Oh, my God.
You will see as this dude, as you parry this and he lands with you, he's like, no. And you can see as he surges and spins around to strike you 2 more times.
Oh.
Definitely hitting you with 1. And because you ran out of the parry with the other. You can see that as you're about to tie, this dude's like, and spins around and slashes and hits him 2 times. Actually, as soon as the first blade hits, he drops his blade on the second one, getting you for 7 more. So you just took 15 there.
Damn. And that actually would drop me.
Oh, and you watch as he drops. Oh, jeez. You watch as he drops that one of the priests comes out, and you can see that they do so, and you can see that they have a familiar-looking kit in their hands, and you can see that they move towards him. They are able to resuscitate you and clear up some wounds, and you are back with 9 HP.
Okay.
As the crowd goes wild at the impressiveness of that fight, and Tilpa's saying, a rookie nearly going at it toe-to-toe with one of our lieutenants. You watch as this guy comes up to you and just says, I didn't expect to have to use that. I was trying to save it for the semifinals, the finals. You made it, so I'm pretty sure I won't win this. That was a good fight.
Oh, you really put one into me. I'm so exhausted. I'm really ready to go to sleep right now.
Watch as he goes to shake your hand and lift you up off the ground.
All right. I get up slowly.
Oh, that fight was worthy of celebration.
Thank you. Thank you. Took a toll on me, but I'll survive.
And you two are officially knocked out of ye old turkey. That was fucking close.
Oh my God.
If I didn't have a secret back pocket accent church, that never would have happened. Hey, you did excellent, though. You did excellent. That was wild. Yeah, that was wild.
That was pretty good.
So,
It was neck to neck.
as you are seeing this, you're pretty impressed by him. Arla kind of nudges like, swordplay has increased some, huh?
Yeah, no, that's actually way better than what he's normally doing. That's amazing. Not bad.
As you're reflecting over your terrible swordplay from earlier. No, I'm just kidding. As you're relaxing here, you do feel a little bit of kind of an odd sensation. You kind of get a feeling to go to the beach.
Yeah, I'll go.
As you walk down that way, it's kind of interesting, seeing Meadowhip or the Stewing Ports this empty. There's usually always something going on. There's that many people that are involved with this celebration, apparently. But as you're walking down there, it's pretty peaceful. You're hearing the river going along, and you can see that it's a pretty nice day. Tonight it's going to be very much discordant with how nice it currently feels. Zakhan, what you see before you as you are rolling this initiative.
It's an 18.
I will roll as well. Cocked. Oh, I'm sorry, buddy. Maybe. Cocked again. But come on, that would have felt bad. Hey, a natural 1 on this initiative.
Yeah, it's
Nice.
20. Just
That is not bad at
10%
all.
of our frames, though.
You see what looks like a huge creature.
Oh, jeez.
You can see that this huge creature, or excuse me, actually, I think this is a large creature. Yes, it is. My bad. You can see what looks like a huge creature, not large, huge creature. And you can see that it looks similar to the creature that you saw when you were down in the old Snidigan, what do you call it, hideout. You can see what looks like many armed appendages that are sticking out of its body. You can see what looks like 50 arms on every side of this creature and what looks like 2 hollowed out portions on the front of its torso with gleaming purpled over eyes. Except that this creature, unlike the one that you saw, is not made of living flesh. This one you saw, as it has a wavy and a slightly ethereal property. This creature is made of spirit.
Oh, wow.
So much worse.
As you see this creature bursting through this mirror, you can see what looks like as it literally topples over that altar, like just smashing into it. And you can see that as this crumples out across you, you're like, okay, I hope this thing can't move through walls. What do you do?
I'm fucking running.
Okay.
We are definitely.
You are
not
just
getting-
running. You're
Yeah.
just running, like not even fighting. You are like chased, like getting the hell out of here.
Get the fuck out.
Okay,
This-
gotcha. So,
Yeah,
this is
screaming
a
at a
chase.
fucking run.
You are sprinting from this creature, right? So, this will be your dex check, unless you can think of any other thing you can do to possibly slow it down, although you are seeing it as a creature of spirit matter. Nilty is like, yup, sprints the hell away.
No, there's not really. I don't think anything I can do to slow it down.
Okay.
But yeah, that is a 20 on the dex check.
Woo! Okay. All right, Nilty got a 13, so you're holding up the team by your back here. Gotcha. All right, so yeah, this creature's. I'm pretty sure its speed is faster than you. It's not faster than Nilty's, but you guys are running upstairs and you are scared. So as you guys get to the edge of the stairs, this creature is up behind the both of you. You beat Nilty in the dex check, so he is up behind you, but you are seeing that this creature is literally just moving up these stairs. And you can see like its hollowed body, and you can see as it stops that it seems to take like some kind of a damage, and it seems to be like trapped in a place that it cannot really, it doesn't feel comfortable in here. And you kind of know that like even creatures of this type of matter, they can usually pass through. They can't just like stay without it hurting them. Like this is not good for this creature to do.
The space is too small for it.
Exactly. But you see, as it gets right up on Nilty, and as it does so, you're going to see
Do I have
as
action to come? We're treating this as its turn, right?
what?
Are we treating this as its turn?
Yeah, it caught up to him easy.
Yeah,
You're going to see as 6 arms go to pound at Nilty, shooting off at it. So everything's gonna, so 2 out of the first 3, and 2 out of the next 3. You're going to see as spectral arms elongate 10 feet. And you're going to see as they smash into Nilty's face, smash into his torso, hit him once again in the face, and uppercut him once again in the chin. And you're going to see as he just gets rocked around by this creature. Off of this, you're going to see, you can make a medicine check.
No, it's a 6.
Gotcha. Yeah, you can't tell, but Nilty looks like he got hit hard. And you're going to see as it hits him with all 6 of these attacks that it has a grasp on him. And as it has a grasp on him, that it's going to lift him up and slam him up against the top and up against the bottom of the stairwell. And does so. You watch as he just gets hit 4 times by this spectral arms, grabbed, lifted, and slammed back down. He looks bloody. He looks really hurt. And you know Nilty is pretty hardy. Okay? You are not within reach of this creature. You're ahead of Nilty, right? But Nilty is grappled and grabbed by this creature. Looking at this is fucking bad. Like, saving him could kill you. You're smart enough to know that.
He is grappled. I guess
Can we leave, please?
for one.
Oh, and also, he has to make a save. He is out cold. Like, you can tell, like, he's not hurt, but you get the sensation that, like, you know, he's rigid, like rigor mortis. Like, that was a bad medicine check, but, like, even with that terrible medicine check, he's not moving next turn. And that happened when he slammed it.
What have you done?
Slammed it.
I did the things that I knew I shouldn't be doing.
How far away am I from the top of the stairs?
Probably another, like, 50 feet, something like that, and then you saw it turn to black. You imagine something with the circlet must be used. You know that if you step, you'll probably be able to make it this turn.
Yep. Fuck, this is such a hard decision.
You gotta make it,
I
buddy.
know.
We could cut right here and come back to the next stream. All right, buddy.
I wouldn't be
What are
opposed
you
to
gonna
it.
do?
I mean, but...
Nilty's life is on the line.
Yep.
You got a decision to make.
It's a big decision. Give him some time.
I mean,
I only have one thing that could pretend. No, that it wouldn't matter. He's grappled.
right.
And he's out.
Yeah.
Oh my fucking god.
Unless you can like force teleport him.
I haven't done that.
I don't know if you're gonna be able to
you got, buddy?
grapple this guy.
So, okay, so my choice is between attempting a grabbing grenade to pull this guy, but I think grapple makes it so that it'll pull him with him. It won't
No, it
hit
does
him
not.
out.
No, because if you force movement on the other creature, it ends grapple.
What if they're both forced movement, though? Because that's what it would do.
Unless I hit. Well, this thing's big enough that I could hit the grenade maybe outside of its reach, but I don't know if I can.
I would say with an ability check, yes, it could be done. With a caster ability check, once again, like, you know how that works. Like, if you precision this, and I would say for this instance, probably like a 16 is about what I would be looking for. So if you can get it precise, you can make it so that way it will pull Nilty and not pull this creature at all. But that's because you're literally just going to hit it between where arms, like the only space you have, where it's tagging Nilty, and it will not tag this creature. That's your
Oh,
option.
you're trying to hit Nilty?
No.
Yeah, he's trying to suck Nilty in, correct? To get him out of the grapple?
Yes.
That's what I assumed. You
Well,
know that
if I could, would I be able to hit it with just the creature and not Nilty? Vice versa?
like you want to throw it behind the creature.
Kind of, yeah. And it
What's
raise the
what's
creature,
this way? What's
sort of like
through
through
the
the creature, then explode on the other side of it.
What's the save?
Yes.
What's the save though?
It's a DC 14 strength. And I
Oh,
know this thing's
dude.
probably gonna have a
Yeah.
fucking killer strength.
Yeah,
That's why.
I'd rather go for Nilty than I am.
Hey, you're not there.
Yeah. Either way, you gotta move it forward,
I
buddy.
know. Well, this thing.
I know it's a lot. I know it's a lot.
It's a lot because if this fucks up, I probably die too. Okay.
Character number 3.
This feels like the weirdest move, but it feels like the safest move in both cases. I'm gonna bonus action cast Sanctuary on Nilty.
Okay.
And I'm going to action fucking dash out.
Okay. Gotcha. So you make it to the door, and you do cast Sanctuary on Nilty. And, yeah, so... Wisdom save. 11 plus... 0.
Yes.
Okay. It cannot attack Nilty. It goes to, and it can't attack anything else, so it wastes its action, and it is 20 feet away from you as it moves.
I try to go through this door.
What do you do?
I take the ring out, and
Make a wisdom save as you do so. And you can feel, need something, do you?
yes. That's a 16.
It's a 16. You fail. You feel your essence get pulled through, and you can feel as you get pulled through, you feel as something, as you move through that doorway, like dark just sticks with you. You're not sure what, but as you pull through the doorway, you feel energy emanate, and it seems you're not exactly sure what happened, but you can make a religion check if you'd like.
That's a 20.
She has just invoked something where you needed something, so she put something in you, and it feels cursory in nature. Fuck. You don't feel in pain or anything depleted. You don't know what that could be.
Okay.
But you get out of this room, and you can feel as your sanctuary stands. And it's 13?
14.
It stands. What are you doing?
I'm hoping that, I don't know how, long Milty's knocked out for. I'm kind of hoping he will make it.
Gotcha. Okay. So
I'm
Milty
gonna wait.
is going to have 2 chances here. Dude, he breaks out on his first one.
My boy!
Runs.
There's no key to get out.
You can't get out.
I'm gonna try and interact with the key to see if I can let him through.
Okay, gotcha. As you feel that, so soon, make a caster ability check. Earn it. Hey, I'm looking for a 15 here.
Okay. No.
You feel as you try to open the door, and you feel as it goes to rush past you, and you feel as this entity says, no. And you feel your sanctuary end.
What? Fuck.
And that's where we'll end it. So, this might go up later. Sorry for all the talk about technical difficulties, guys. It is what it is. We got to do some randomness. So, for those of you that may see this later, thank you for sticking around, even despite the difficulties, and we will get this fixed by next time. And yeah, we appreciate you guys.
Thanks, guys.
Stay lucky.
Good night.
Yeah.